What's up, everybody? Happy Liverpool Eve. That's what I'm calling this one. The Reds kick off the Premier League campaign tomorrow at home against West Ham United. Lots of new signings for the Hammers. How will they all bed in? We don't give a fuck because we're only here to concern ourselves with Liverpool Football Club. Guys, I'm really excited. It seems like a long time since the Reds have played a meaningful game, and we all know how that last game went, so we won't get into that one. It's all about setting down the marker at the start of the season, guys. Letting teams know that Liverpool are here, Liverpool are serious, and we're going to make a fucking push for this title. I'm delighted to see that we're going to have so many people popping into the chat. I can already see from the messages coming through. The chat's starting to fill up. People are coming on. I can see the Periscope comments there as well. Stephen is in. Tom is in. There's lots to do, guys. There's so much to do. This is the late night agenda, and I am, of course, your host, Craig. Thank you for joining me on what I'm going to keep calling Liverpool Eve. So happy Liverpool Eve to everybody. Far Isle is in, El Chapo is in, Lalu is in, Colin is in. Guys, how the hell are you? Marty is in. I hope you're keeping well. I hope you've enjoyed some football today, because there's been a bit of it on. Whatever about the results, it's always good to have Premier League football back on the television. We had a bit last night, but will we call that Premier League football? I don't know. But some of the games today were pretty damn good, if I have to be honest. Great to see Everton getting a red card as well, but look, let them complain about that one. That's them. It's all about the Reds here tonight, guys. It's all about 3 points tomorrow. I want predictions from you guys. I want to know how you're feeling. I want starting 11s. We've a lot to get through here tonight. A lot to get through. Connor, look at him. Look at him hiding away there behind the keyboard saying smash that like button. Tell that fucker to get on here. Put a microphone on and get on here for a bit of chat. Tell him you want him on. He's pretending he's doing work there in the background, but I know, Connor. I know. Look, guys, in all seriousness, tomorrow, let's talk back fours. Who are the Reds going to start off with tomorrow? Are we going to see young Masterson in there? I don't know. I want you to tell me what's going to happen. This is your show. It says between the lines on the show logo, but ignore that. This is the late night agenda. We do things a little bit differently in this show. I must say, if you're watching, there will be language. There will be a lot of language involved in this show. So if you've got kids with you, I'll leave the parental guidance to yourself. I'm just giving you guys a heads up before we get started. 2-0 to Liverpool, says Oliver. Nathan said 3-0 up at half time. I'm having that, buddy. I am all over that. Connor's telling everybody to go fuck themselves by the looks of it. I know it's aimed at me, but I can just twist that around and say he's putting it back to you guys. Guys, we've got so much content coming up for you this weekend around the game. Oh my goodness, we have so much content. I'm going to be on here tomorrow, as always, with a live stream of the game. A watch along, I must say. We won't be showing any content of the game itself. So I'll be here from maybe 20-25 minutes before kickoff. So that's about 10 past 1. So make sure you jump on for that one. As soon as that is over, I'm going to go, have a little break, come back a couple of minutes later, and we're going to start the post-match show. That again will be up straight after the game. Not only that, the guys, while I'm recording the post-match show, we're going to be recording the post-match point podcast. Then you'll get that uploaded to the YouTube channel as well. So many reasons for you to upload or to subscribe to the channel and see all the content that gets uploaded on a daily basis on here in the Anfield Agenda. The guys put the work in. We try to bring you as much content as possible. I'm really excited, guys. I'm so excited. It's tomorrow. The Reds are back tomorrow. Get in the Reds! Joseph said, Craig, did you see Gark's video today? He put a feel sorry for me video out today. I nearly pissed myself. No, I didn't see his videos. I don't watch Gark's stuff. It's only if it ever pops up on my timeline. I'm unlucky enough to see his Garkology. 6-0. Irish Francis Callan saying 6-0. I'm having that one as well. Thomas is saying, come on, Connor, get yourself on. Guys, you know what? I've got a few bits to do tonight before we go. So, as always, we'll start the stream. I'll say welcome to everybody. Thank you to those of you who are tuning in perhaps for the first time. You're very welcome. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. The guys who are already in here who are already subscribed, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button, guys. You know by now what I tell you every week, every show we're on. That helps us to get suggested to other users and put yourselves out there. Put the channel out there. What's Connor saying now? What is he moaning about now, guys? Have a little break. You know what that means. Yeah, there you go. Absolutely. Connor's on a full-on spanking duty. He's not even hiding it anymore. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's not even hiding it. He's full-on just admitting it now. Right, guys, hang on a second here. I want to get into your comments straight away and turn off this stupid keyboard. Right, so there we go. Cool. Now I've got my full keyboard open. Right, here we go. Junior said, oof, my phone's on 1%. Junior, man, get yourself a fucking charger. The phone's on 1%, buddy. I mean, TikTok here. Come on. Get yourself to a charger point. What's up, Craig? Said Tony. You're an absolute legend, Tony. Thank you for joining us, buddy. Junior said, did you watch Match of the Day? No, mate. I try and avoid that shite whenever I can. I only watch Match of the Day if I've missed Liverpool, which never happens, or I'm extremely bored. But no, I never watch Match of the Day. I can't listen to the self-righteous bullshit that those guys come out with time and time again. We'll win with a classic 4-0, says Munayin tomorrow. The Reds are back tomorrow and it's only a day away, said Damo. Guys, do you know what? This is brilliant. This is absolutely brilliant. It seems like forever since that game against Real Madrid. Or is it just me? We've had a World Cup. That's been grand. That gave us a little bit of a football fixed. Not really what we wanted. It's not the Reds, but it got us by. And now here we are on the cusp of possibly a great season. Connor saying, ooh, fancy ass emojis in the donation links. Mate, I'm putting in the work. You know, some of us are here putting in the hard yards, shaking hands, kissing babies, saying hello to everybody. And some of us are just hiding away behind computer screens. We know what you're doing behind that computer screen as well, Connor. You can't fool us, buddy. Good evening, Red, said Flatman. Craig, did you hear about Dejan Lovren's comments? I'm not happy about it, to be honest. We should get another centre back. Yeah, this is something that's divided opinion today amongst Reds. So I'm sure many of you have seen by now the Echo story, that this clickbait bullshit that suggests that Dejan Lovren lied to the club about an injury that he had, and that he pretended that he had no injury until the transfer window closed, and now all of a sudden they're saying he's unavailable because of stomach cramps or stomach muscle issues. I glanced at the article. I'm not going to lie, I didn't read through it fully because I hadn't got time. It came from the Echo, I believe, again, if memory serves me correct. Whatever the story is, it doesn't really matter because Dejan Lovren is unavailable. That's the important part here. He's unavailable, so in my eyes, we just push him aside. I don't want any more negativity in and around the club this year. If something goes into the Echo like that, or something goes into a newspaper, guys, don't jump on it. Don't jump on it. We need positivity around Liverpool Football Club this year. We need to not jump on all the negativity. We need to not spread it. We need to not get anger out there. We need to not overreact when we have a loss or if we drop points. This year, get behind the guys. It's a fresh start. We've a new, well, I say a new team. We've a good spine of a team there this year. We've got new additions to the team. A new goalkeeper, Naby Keita, Sheridan Shaqiri, Fabinho. Lots and lots of reasons to be positive. Don't jump on the negative, guys. Don't push it. Stay positive. Stay happy. Get behind the boys. And just ignore the clickbait bullshit, because we know that there's going to be sections of the media, and I do not include the Echo in this, by the way. There's going to be sections of the media that they're going to want to put Liverpool down, that don't want to see Liverpool succeed. Fuck them. We're going to do it this year, guys. We're going to have a good season. We're going to get some silverware. We're going to challenge for the league. And all the haters out there that want Liverpool to not succeed can go fuck themselves, because it's time. It's time for the Reds to shine. That starts tomorrow against West Ham. Nothing's going to stop us this year, guys. Nothing. Irish Francis said 98 points. There you go, buddy. Loving that. 98 points. We had a conversation last night, actually, around what we feel will be the points total needed to win the Premier League. I think somewhere around 90 points will be enough. I think last season was an anomaly. 100 points. We've never seen it before. I don't think we'll see it again this year. I think 90 points. If Liverpool can aim to get 90 points, and that's a massive total to go after, to be fair, then we have to be there or thereabouts. Charlene is in. Great to have you on again, Charlene. The Raptor says, negativity, Craig. Here. As in none of it. I hope you're saying Raptor, mate. And I know you don't, because you don't like a bit of negativity. You were quite clear on your video yesterday what you think of negativity. Top of the league tomorrow, spanked ham, said Brandon Kelly. I'm loving it, mate. I'm loving it. I'm fucking loving the fact that the Reds are back. I mean, the wife might get a hug and everything tonight. I mean, that's, me being over emotional. But the Reds are back tomorrow. Everything is right with the world. I put my bet on today. I have my bet on for the game tomorrow. I told you guys we put the accumulator on for the Friday accumulator that we're going to do each week. Half of that is up so far, so 2 out of 4 is up. So fingers crossed. We need Manchester City to win tomorrow with more than 1.5 goals, and we need Liverpool to win -1, which means Liverpool to win by 2 goals for that bet to come up and the first chunk of money to be there, which would be great. The second thing is, I put my money on not Mo Salah, excuse me. I put my money on Sadio Mane to score tomorrow. So that's where I'm going this week. I put a nice chunk of money on Sadio Mane to score. I'm backing Sadio to hit the ground running, have a good season. Let me know what you guys think. Who are you predicting to score tomorrow? Will Alisson keep a clean sheet? What's your starting 11? There's honestly a lot of stuff for us to get through here tonight, folks. Sean said, not going to lie, recently the Echo have been pissing me off. A lot of them making fun of the fans and are being so negative. There's a couple of people on my Twitter timeline as well. I say a couple, it's probably more than a couple, who were unhappy with the Echo recently as well. I don't take the time to read most of the stuff from most of the publications. I try to just read fan stuff because that's the opinion I care about. And I know reading fan stuff, whether it be fan articles, opinion pieces, whatever it is, I know I'm going to get a genuine opinion and a genuine view, and not something that's written to provoke a reaction or something that's written to just get fans to turn on each other or to get people to click. There's no clickbait nonsense involved. This is why I just read fan content, and this is why I say all the time, I've no interest in bringing on big people or journalists for interviews on this channel. I only want to know your opinion because it's all that fucking matters here. We're fans having a chat about football. Leave the other shit, the negativity, the clickbait, leave that to all the other folks. We'll stay here together, have a bit of crack, share our honest views, and watch the Reds enjoy them along the way. Liverpool will get 100 points, said Imran. Imran, mate, I love your positivity, but it's a lot to ask, isn't it? I mean, you're talking 33 wins on one draw there from 38. Look, we've seen it done. We've seen it done last year, but it's a big ask, buddy. Brandon's going for a 3-0 win tomorrow. Hey Line said that Dejan was obviously advised not to tell Liverpool. Lalou's reckoning 100 points and 200 goals. Damo said, watch Raptors video and stay positive. Don't be negative like Jose. Don't be neutral like Switzerland. If you guys haven't seen the Raptors video, it's on the Anfield Agenda channel here. Just look at it. It's only a couple of minutes long, so you won't even have to take a lot of time out of your day. Click on that, watch the Raptor, enjoy, because it's a very enjoyable video. It gives you a good insight into the Raptor as well. Let you know he's as fucked up as the rest of us in his own beautiful way. And I don't mean that in any way to put him down. We're all fucked up in our own beautiful ways. I say that time and time again. The Raptors video is excellent. There's also another great video up from Jack Gill, a young man who's just joined the Anfield Agenda family. He's previewing the game tomorrow against West Ham, so do check that one out. We've passed 3,050 subscribers finally, so thank you. So we're way ahead of schedule. We said we wanted to try and hit 3,000 before tomorrow's game. We've gone past that. We're at least 50 past that now as we stand. So thank you to everybody involved in that. Thank you to everybody that's subscribed. Join the family here. You're most welcome. It's going to be one hell of a ride this year, but do not miss the watch along tomorrow. Now look, if you're watching the game, you're going out to the pub or whatever, you've got family around, I get it, I understand it. But if you want to have the game on and have us on in the background or something, then by all means join us on here. It'll be just after 1 o'clock on the Anfield Agenda YouTube channel. A watch along of the game with myself reacting to what's going on. It's going to be fun. I'm really hyped up for it because pre-season was good. We got crazy numbers for the watch-alongs, but it was only pre-season. Tomorrow's when it matters. Tomorrow's what it's all about. The Reds hitting the ground running. I'm predicting big things. I'm going fully 4-0 tomorrow. Balls out 4-0. Hay wants Fabinho in defence. Munine's over the moon. Can't wait for the match. Nat Phillips can step up, says Junior, and he most certainly can. He most certainly can. I'm glad you said that, Junior, mate, because he hasn't let us down in pre-season. I said this last night as well. Young Nat Phillips has dropped in there whenever he's played, and he hasn't let himself down one bit. He's been excellent. Louis said, I can see why Lovren wouldn't say because he wanted to play in the World Cup. I can completely understand the dude playing through the pain barrier or taking injections or whatever it was to get through the World Cup. It's exactly what I'd want to see from a footballer. He's proud to be Croatian. He's representing his country there. I'm perfectly fine with that, what he did there. No issues with that whatsoever. I don't know what's gone on with him in Liverpool. I don't know what he told Liverpool. So obviously I can't really have a valid opinion on that. I like Dejan Lovren. I've said it time and time again. He's had a great season last year after the Spurs incident. He's got to a World Cup final. Hopefully he's back fit soon, back on the pitch, doing what he does best, playing football. And for me, that's where it ends for me. Because everything else is just conjecture. It's just guesswork. None of us know the facts. Farrell said, I'm a vegetarian, but I might have to indulge in a slice of spanked ham tomorrow, said Farrell. Mate, I couldn't be a vegetarian. Honest to God, I barely eat vegetables as it is. I mean, baked beans is about as mad as I get when it comes to vegetables, so I'd be one hungry ass dude if I was a veggie. The Raptor said, Craig, I was with you on the negativity vote. It makes me feel ill. Lovren has improved a lot lately, says Lalu. I joined the fantasy league and it's saying I have 0 points when I should have 16. No, nothing I can do about that, Owen. I don't run that league, buddy. That's not our site, so I can't help you out there. It's working fine for me. I'll actually go on now, check my points and see how I'm getting on, because it's a good time to check it out. Yeah, so yeah, there, look, mine's coming up fine, 16 points. So I don't know, buddy. I honestly can't help you out there. That's down to the Premier League to update, not us. Give it a while, maybe. It should update soon. If you're in the league and own FC, I'll just check now just to make sure you are in there, buddy. So bear with me 1 second. I like to try and help everybody out on here, guys, because we're all one family, as I keep saying. Diet Chav Invitational. What's the name of your team? Owen, mate. Stick it in the chat there for me. Somebody in Periscope is asking, should Alisson have got the number 1 shirt? My opinion, yes. Nothing against Lloris or Loris Karius. Mate, yeah, I fully agree. I get you don't spend £67 million bringing in a goalkeeper who has AB1 on his gloves and not give him number 1. All I can think of there is that the club didn't want to hurt Karius more than they already have. They didn't want to make him feel any less valued. So maybe that was a kind of compromise. But look, it's all about performances on the pitch. I do agree. I would have given him number 1 myself, but he didn't get it. So look, 13 it is. Hopefully it is a lucky number for him. I'm just looking through on to see if I can see your team in here, buddy. Bear with me. Where is he? So many names in the league, so I'm really just skimming through. And I apologise to you guys, but I do like to try and help out everybody I can on here. And if I can help Owen out, then I certainly will. So I'm just going through the league as we speak. Owen. Yeah, Owen Barber. Is that the one? This is our year. It shows you have 0 points, buddy, but I wouldn't worry about it. I wouldn't worry about it at all. It will update itself. But you are in the league, as you said. Oh, sorry. There's me smashing up my phone. You are in the league, as I said, so don't worry about it, mate. It will update. Blue Tick Gaming says, you're correct about being positive, but there are some fans who are too sensitive and their mind is like, what's going to happen? It's just for the media and the opposition fans. Mate, I agree. No matter what happens, there's going to be overreactions. If we win, there's going to be overreaction, and I'm probably going to be part of that, to be fair. I love jumping on the positivity bus. If we lose, there's going to be people that are saying Klopp's a fucking fraud. There's going to be people that are saying Fabinho out. There's going to be people that are complaining about everything. But that's why I like doing these. That's why I like talking to you guys, because I know I'm talking to genuine fans. Some people are just fucking glory hunters. Let's call a spade a spade. But the people that we know, the people that we interact with day in, day out, we know we can value their opinion more than these people who go one way and then the other, but you'll never walk alone. They're recounting down all of a sudden, they're telling their own players to fuck off out of the club. So I try and stick to here, stick to the groups, the WhatsApp groups and stuff that I have with my mates, stick to the lists that I have on Twitter, and try and stay away from some of that negativity, because it's the reason I left Twitter in the first place. It can be an absolute fucking cesspit on there when something goes wrong or we don't pick up 3 points. Brandon's giving out the old LA already. Connor saying, I can't hear you from the top of the AA Contributors League, mate. Jesus, look at him. Ball's out already. Connor's getting brave, and there's only, half of a league played. Connor, I wouldn't worry about it, mate. I wouldn't worry about it. On top of the league. I have you down as, you're down as 3rd on my list, buddy, so I don't know. I don't know. What's the Fantasy Football League code? Says Anthony. Let me just bang that in. You're going to be a week behind now, though, anyone who joins, so I will put it into the chat for you. But as I said, if you join now, you're not going to get this week's points, so you're going to be a week behind everybody, so you'd want to be pretty damn good to go on and win the league from here. I'm shit, so I don't think I'm saying that in a cocky way, but I'll put it in the chat for everybody now. So if you want to join the Anfield Agenda Diet Chav Invitational, then I'm putting it into the chat now. Okay, the code's gone in, so anybody who wants to join, the code is now gone in. You are, of course, welcome to join. I'm going to close the league after this weekend because I think it would be unfair to anybody to join after this week because they're just playing too much of a catch-up. So we will be closing it at the end of this week. Kieran said, I've got 32 points and 7 players that play tomorrow. Nice. That's good work, Kieran. That is good work. Keep that up, mate, and you won't be too far off the top of most of the leagues you're in. Sean said, Everton fans are already saying Richarlison is better than Salah. I suppose there's two ways we can look at this one. We can be realistic and say, you know what, the dude scored 2 goals today, fair play to him. But come on, in the same breath, it's only one fucking game. He had a good start to his career. Let's give him that one. They had a man down, they got themselves a point, whatever, but fuck off saying he's better than Salah. I mean, that's why people laugh at them fuckers a lot of the time, coming out with shit like that. Lover needs to perform and play and stop coming out with stupid comments, said Munaeen. How many points is everybody on? Loads of fantasy football talk already. I'm loving this. Nabil's on 37 already. Junior's on 49. For fuck's sake, I'm already calling steroids or something here. I'm already calling drug abuse or something. 49 already. Fuck me. How many players have you had play, Junior? That's a high points total. Jesus Christ. Glad I didn't go for Kane, said Junior. I went for Kante as well. Do you know what? I'm after making an absolute fucking show of myself. I came on here last night. We talked about the Chelsea midfield. A lot of people were saying how good the midfield was, and I agreed that it was a good midfield. But I also followed that up by saying, but there's no fucking goals coming out of that midfield. There's no goals coming out of that Chelsea midfield. And then Kante goes up today and scores, and then obviously they score a penalty as well. Jorginho scored a penalty. Although look, I'm not fucking counting the penalty. That doesn't count. It'll go on his tally, but it doesn't count for me as a goal from midfield. Wrigley Mick said, I fucking hate fans like that. Does my head in. Get behind the team or fuck off. I'm with you, Mick. Get behind the team or fuck off. There's nothing wrong with being, I don't want to say critical. What's the word I'm looking for? Critiquing. You can critique a performance. You can point out somebody's mistakes. You can point out maybe flaws in the game. That's what being a fan is about. But at the end of the day, you get over any disappointment and we move on. Obviously, if the disappointment keeps coming and keeps coming and keeps coming, then something is wrong and you look at what needs to be addressed there. But the season hasn't even started. It can't be anything but positive now. Surely to God, our fan base cannot look at what's after happening in the window, what we have available, the players at our disposal, and think negative. Anybody who can do that is just beyond help. Hope we don't lose, so Everton fans say, oh look, we're above yous. Mate, we're not losing. We are not losing tomorrow. Don't you worry about that. You're getting an egg guarantee here. We're going to win tomorrow. Don't you worry about that. The Reds are going out there, getting 3 points, hitting the ground running and laying down a marker. I'm telling you. Go balls out. The Reds are winning this one. Who's in the front 3 stands out of this season, Jaff? I love that you're calling me Jaff, mate. Thank you. I do appreciate that one. Who's in the front 3 stands out this season? I'm going for a big season for Mane, Mr. Gansbino. Is that Gans? Is that actually just our mate Gans from Twitter? Sorry, I never copped that till now. Gans, mate, I'm going for Mane. I've said it all year. I think he's going to have a big season. I think Salah will put up numbers because he always does. I'm saying he always does. How am I saying that? He's had one season, but look, he's had good numbers throughout his career. They've been progressing. Did record numbers last year, obviously. But I think it's Mane. This year. He's going to hit the ground running, I have a feeling. That number 10 jersey, I think, is after giving him a boost. How many people are in the league? I honestly don't know, Sean. I mean, I pay zero attention to that, buddy. That isn't my baby whatsoever. I have so many things to be doing at Anfield Agenda that some things I just have to just let other people run with, Sean. So that one I can't tell you. I haven't even looked. There's not that many, to be honest, because it's just the Contributors League. We are not a Contributors League, a Subscribers League. We didn't put that league code out on Twitter. We kept it just for you guys on here. So whoever's in it is just people that signed up to from here. So it's just you guys. I've no idea how many are in it though. I haven't checked. Fuck the Blues. Let's stay talking about the Reds, said Brandon. There you go. Lots of people already gone balls out about the Fantasy Premier League scores. It's only halfway through week 1, guys, or most of the way through week 1. Relax here. Klopp won silverware during his 3rd year at Dortmund. Maybe across 3rd year at Liverpool he might win something, said Munayin. I think we are. I think this is a good year for us. I'm not going to say the phrase that Liverpool fans are renowned for mentioning, but I think we're definitely in with a chance of doing something special this year. Your top 6, Craig, says Gansbino. If you want an order, I hate saying this, but I do think Man City will win the league. I think we're going to run them close, but I hope. Nothing will make me happier than being wrong, but you have to start with them as favourites because they rightly should be favourites. So Manchester City, Liverpool, Spurs, United, Chelsea, Arsenal. That's where I'm going with the top 6. I know a lot of people have Arsenal a lot stronger than I do there, and think they're going to get into the top 4, but I just don't see that the business that they've done is that impressive. I understand they've got goals in the front line. Lacazette and Aubameyang are going to score goals, but we all know Ozil's going to go missing for half the season at least. So for me, they don't make the top 4 again this year. I don't think the business they've done is good enough. Spurs haven't added anybody, but they're still a very good team. So if Spurs can go relatively injury free this season, then I think they're getting back into the top 4. Charlene said, that's me, joined the league. Mane in the Mirror is my team's name. That's a good name, to be fair. Mane in the Mirror. I like that one. Our own Gark Mulbridge said Gark did a stream on his own channel tonight discussing why he's so hated on YouTube. Very short stream because he's a cunt. It's a really short stream. Hi everybody, I'm just trying to let you know the situation and why I'm so hated on YouTube. It actually turns out that I'm a cunt. End stream. There you go. Problem solved. Could have saved Gark a lot of work there. Hopefully Firmino gets the recognition that he deserves, says Brandon. I think opposition fans are starting to cop on to how good he is. I mean, we've been singing his praises for a couple of years at least, but opposition fans, they seem to think we overrate the dude, but I think they're starting to realise quite how good a footballer he is. Can't wait to see Shaqiri banging in stunners this season, says Lalou. Thomas said I think he'll come flying out of the blocks. 4-0 is his prediction for tomorrow. And Brandon says, no, I said that, the Firmino one. Anybody know what time match of the day starts? Says Nabil. No idea, mate. I don't really watch it. I think somebody said it was already started though. I could be wrong. I'm sure somebody mentioned match of the day. Squism says, Craig, on average, how many hours do you invest every day in being part of the solution? It varies, mate. Honestly, I've never done less than 8 hours a day to make Anfield Agenda stuff, whether it be on camera or whether it be recording pods or editing stuff. 8 hours a day would be the minimum. Some hours 12, or some days 12 hours. Like yesterday, for instance, was a particularly long day. Tomorrow is definitely going to be a long day. So here's how my day will look tomorrow. I'll get up, I'll have a cup of coffee, I'll sit down at the computer, I'll basically get set up for the stream. So let's say I get up at, and I am lazy because I do get up at, I do go to bed at like 6, so I'll probably get up at like 12, have a cup of coffee, get set up at the computer, get ready for the watch along. We'll do the watch along, that'll finish. I'll then have a little break, go get a drink or something, come back, do the post-match show with you guys, react to what's after going on in the game. When that finishes, I'll then have to go and get the audio from the Post-Match Point podcast that will be sent over to me from the guys that are on that. I'll have to edit that, get it up on the podcast apps, and then also get it up on YouTube. When that finishes, then I've got the post-match, or I've got this week's Cop Council podcast to record with Daz, Cash and Chris. So then I'll record that, I'll finish that, I'll get that ready, put it up on the podcast apps and the podcast players, finish there, come straight back on here, do the nightly stream, finish there, get off that, get the podcast that I recorded earlier on ready for YouTube, export that, get it up onto YouTube. So my day will start tomorrow at 12 and it'll probably finish at about 1 a.m, maybe a little bit after that. So tomorrow will be probably a 13-hour day making Anfield Agenda stuff. So that's why I say sometimes, like, there is a lot of work goes into putting content out, which is why I always say I've nothing but respect for anybody who makes it because I know what goes into it. Hopefully everybody is looking up at Manny in the mirror, says Charlene. Or no, says Damo about Charlene, sorry. Palace will finish top 10, says Kieran. Good win for them today, actually, to be fair. Away at Fulham. Firmino should have been player of the year last time. His all-round game was incredible. Well, surely Salah was player of the year, to be fair, by a country mile last year. Gark's totally a Gark. No loving it, says Eric Warry. Fabinho can play as centre-back, says Lalou. 4-0 to the pool tomorrow from Liverpool fan. Who is Gark, says Thomas, LFC. This is why I think when we release the website, or when the website goes live, we need an Anfield Agenda dictionary to explain all these stupid little phrases that we come out with. anfieldagenda.com is ready to go live soon, guys. Don't you worry about that. Connor is working his ass off night and day to make sure this website is ready to go. So keep an eye out for it. anfieldagenda.com. Sign up. Get your free membership on there. We've got lots of fun stuff. Lots and lots of fun stuff ready to go for you guys over the course of the season on that. Charlene said, love Connor's team name, Jurassic Gark. That's a belter. Somebody actually put that into the stream, or maybe that was Connor's one. I think actually that could have been the one Connor came up with in his own. It's a belter of a name. So who is Gark anyway? I think it's probably better if somebody in the chat answers that for you, Thomas, because the whole reason that Gark is used is because I don't want to get in trouble by ever using his real name. So I say Gark Mulbridge instead of his real name because I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want the channel to get in trouble. Kieran's going 4-1 tomorrow. Joseph said, yeah, Gark keeps giving LFC a show. That we fans are probably a bit of the hate. Fuck him. Fuck him. Fuck their fans. Fuck United. Fuck Mourinho. Fuck them all. It's only about the Reds. It's only about Liverpool for us, guys. Fuck everybody else. Does the match start at 1:30? It does. 1:30 UK time. I really hate that time because we've been so unlucky in the past whenever we play early matches. Particularly on a Saturday, mate. I hate the 12:30 games on a Saturday. We've been really, really fucking unlucky with them. Kieran said match of the day is just about to start there now, guys. So obviously I'm not encouraging anybody to leave the stream. How dare you? But at least put it on in the background if you want to watch. If looking at the Walkers eating Muppet is your thing, then by all means stick on match of the day. Money in said, I hope Richarlison remains for the rest of the season and Everton get relegated. Pooch Mount said, hey Craig, what's up? Your channel is fucking great. What do you think of this rumour about Dejan Lovren lying about being injured and not saying anything to the club? Heard this on Twitter. Is it BS? We spoke about it a little bit earlier. I don't know anything about it. I know the story, but the truth is I don't know the ins and outs of it, as does probably anybody that's commented on it. So I'll leave it up to the club. If the club feel like he needs to be disciplined, then I'm sure they'll do something about it. But as it is, none of us know what's going on. I don't want to jump on Dejan's back. I want to go into this season positive. So I'll more concentrate on the good points and let's see what happens tomorrow. Whatever happens with Dejan will happen. Us kicking up a fuss about it isn't the right thing to do in my eyes because none of us know what's happened. When is the website up? Very soon. Connor's in the chat there. He's working away. He's doing last minute twitches to it. He's changing a few little bits and bobs. Very soon. It'll certainly be up in the next day or two. What else have we got? I fucking love Bobby Firmino. He's the oil that runs through the machine. He's so vital to the way we play. Basically, he's invented a new position. Such a good player. My favourite Liverpool player at the moment. Pure class, says Mick. He is, Mick. He's a great footballer, and he's like Klopp's dream footballer, I'd say. Damo said, Craig, can you break down your day to the tune of Blur's Gark Life? I get up early except on Wednesdays. Gark Life! Yeah. I don't ever get up early though. So I'd be lying straight away, Damo, if I said that. Sean96 says, might not be able to join for the watch along because I might not be watching the game with the lads, or I might be watching the game with the lads, excuse me. I'll be sure to tune in for the next one though. Mate, no need to ever apologise. You do what works for you, buddy, and whenever you decide to jump on here, we appreciate your time. Never have to apologise, my friend. 7-0. 7-0 I see there. Hang on, let me scroll back. 7-0 by Gary Richards. I'm having that, Gary. Where can I sign up for the 7-0, buddy? So Connor said the website is basically set up now. Just a few bits that need to be ironed out and get more content on there. So from what I'm gathering there now, Connor is basically saying that people can go on and sign up for their membership, because that's what I'm saying now, Connor. So jump on there, create your free Anfield Agenda membership. You'll get ready then. You'll be able to go into the chat room. You'll be able to get ready to come on and do some of the post-match shows with us in the future. Call into them if you want. As we said, there's a lot we're going to do for members. We're going to do members-only streams as well, where we'll email out the links to them. So do sign up if you haven't done so already, because I know a few of you have. anfieldagenda.com. So Connor, can you whack the website address into the chat, buddy, if you get a chance? So Far Isle has explained who Gark is for anybody who wants to have a look. Never leave this shit. Love it, said Joseph. Blue Tick Gaming's going with 4-0. Lelou's gone for 4-1. How come Gark Mulbridge is called Sandra again? I don't know. Not on here. He's Gark on here. But look, I'll allow others. If others want to call him Sandra, then so be it. Oh yeah, there's a fake Pepper floating around on chat streams. Locked horns with them earlier on. That Pepper isn't a Liverpool fan. I'd say that drove you mad, Pepper Red, mate. That would drive me mad, so I'd say you lost the fucking shit with him. The Wolves fans are singing "Sign On" to the Everton fans was fucking idiotic, especially since their captain's a Scouser. I heard that. I did think to myself that was a bit fucking stupid, Kieran. I hate that. I honestly hate that. I hate a set of football fans singing at another set of football fans about an economic circumstance. What the fuck has that got to do with a game of football? Seriously, like, what the fuck has that got to do with a game of football? Say your team are shit, great. Say your manager's shit, whatever. But to sing at an entire group of people about their economic circumstances is just ridiculous. Ridiculous. And as you said, the captain is a fucking Scouser, so it's nuts. Childish Gansbino said, is merch available on the website? It will be. I'm not sure if it's up there yet, but it most certainly will be. Again, we're working hard to make sure we have the right type of merchandise available. We don't want to sell anything that we don't think, one, is of good enough quality, two, is not of a reasonable price, and three, that we don't think people will like. So again, we're working to do things slowly and properly and get things up working, so as we're not just throwing it out there quickly. Shane said, Craig, do you have a soft spot for Celtic, or do you only care about Liverpool? Only care about Liverpool, Shane, mate. I don't watch Scottish football at all. I don't do the whole Celtic Rangers thing. I don't do the whole Catholic Protestant thing. I judge people purely on how I find them, how they treat me, how they treat other people. Religion means fuck all to me, buddy. And I'm not saying that you're into the Celtic thing for religion, by all means. I'm not saying that, but to me it means nothing. Don't like Scottish football. I think the standard is appalling. It just isn't for me. I'm all Liverpool. Frankie signed up yesterday. Excellent. Good to see Frankie. The Raptor said, I've signed up to the website. It's up and running. It's just being tweaked. Kieran said, the fans who are tweeting that they want Love and Soul, they're fucking idiots. If it was Salah, they'd be saying he's a brave hero. A brave hero. You're right. Sometimes, depending on how a player is viewed by a certain section of the fan base, then yeah, they will say one thing about one player and something else about another. I remember a stat that I think it was Simon Brundish pointed out before. He said that not last season, it might have been the season before, that Jordan Henderson had actually missed more game time through injury than Daniel Sturridge. And when I read that stat, I just thought, fucking hell. It really does. Your perception of somebody really is shaped by, one, obviously your own opinion, or what you believe, your perception of the person, and also by outside influences. So by people always saying shit, Sturridge is injury prone, then you begin to think, shit, he's really, really injury prone, which he is, to be fair. But you look at Jordan Henderson then, and I never would have thought that he would have missed more games than Daniel Sturridge during that period. So to look it up for Simon being correct, and to look it up and just see that he had it, it was nuts. It really made me think and look at things differently. I did see, by the way, Shane, that Celtic lost today at Hearts 1-0. I did notice that one. There's only one Pep, said Joseph Reardon. Okay, there is, yeah. Jaff, pick my next shirt. Salah, Firmino, Mane or Hendo. Up to you. I'd never tell you what to get. I got Keita on my one recently. Of those, who would I'd probably get Bobby. If it was me, mate, I'd get Bobby because I just fucking love Bobby Firmino. I got Keita because I think he's going to be awesome and I wanted to be a little bit different. It was Keita or Robertson for me were the two I was looking at. Poochman said, I second the love for Bobby. He's my favourite too, but I think Mane is going to have a blinder this season. Any Reds in Cavan? Asks Sparky. I know it's a sin to talk football in Cavan if not GAA, but fuck me, there's got to be a few Reds surely. Have we any Reds from Cavan on for Sparky there? Looking to touch base with some more Reds. Crosby Red said, really excited about tomorrow. Anybody else going? Still say 5-0. Nice. 5-0 would do very, very nicely, Crosby Red. As long as Mane scores, because, as I said, I put money on him to score, so I do hope he scores. Gark Mulbert said, Wolverhampton is a right shithole. Anyone know of supporters club in Drogheda? Asked Brandon Kelly. I love Stevie G, Joseph, but I don't care for Rangers, said Shane. Far Isle said, registered and logged into the website. Thank you very much, sir. Pepperhead said that he's from Wolverhampton. Tony said, I'm hopefully going to sign up for your website if there's membership soon. It's done, buddy. You can go on there now and become a member. Membership, as I said, is of course completely free. You just have to register your email address and create your own password. Joseph said, are you serious? Hendo missed more than Sturridge. I find that hard to believe. Not, as I said, I don't think it was last year. It was the season before, if memory serves me correct. But he was out. He missed more games through injury than Daniel Sturridge. I didn't believe it myself. I went and checked it at the time. He did. It was true. Simon got it spot on. And again, what a fucking nut stat that is. I never would have thought that was the case. Kieran said 34% of children in the Black Country are in poverty, yet they sing sign on to the Scousers. Again, just fucking stupidity. Craig, Phil Neville said on the radio Liverpool will finish 6th. Why are these Mancs so bitter? Did he really say that? Honest to God, Neil, did he say that Liverpool will finish 6th? Because that's beyond fucking ignorant. That is just taking the piss. How can he justify saying that Liverpool are going to finish 6th? We had a better transfer window than any other team in the top 6. Probably any other team in the division. But certainly we strengthened more than any of our competitors for the top 6. So he thinks after getting to a Champions League final last year, finishing 4th comfortably, and strengthening during the summer, that we're going to drop down 2 places. That's just fucking ridiculous. And they wonder why nobody takes them fucking Egypt seriously. Like, that's why football pundits to me a lot of the time just are unnecessary. Why would you come out with that shite? I can sit here and give credit to Everton. I can sit here and give credit to Man United. I've said since this stream started that I think United will still get top 4 this year. So that's just fucking, it's just stupidity from him. And that fucking Egypt's allowed to manage a national team, the women's team, like, that's fucking ridiculous. That shows you how much that retard knows about football. Like, honestly, I don't like to use the word retard, but that is a retarded statement to come out with. It was absolutely fucking ridiculous. Who do you think will get the most assists for Liverpool this season? That's a really good question, Jake. God, that is a good question. I think Keita will get quite a few. Depending on game time, I think Shaqiri will get quite a few. But I'm gonna go with Mane. I think Mane, Jake, for me. Who do you think, buddy? Let me know in the chat. What's the website called? Says Sean. It's anfieldagenda.com. Nice and simple, buddy. Which of the new signings do you think could shine this season? Says Oliver Maloney, or asks Oliver Maloney. Keita, Naby Keita and Alisson Becker, but Naby Keita I think is going to take the Premier League by storm, Oliver. I think he's another signing that we've made that some fans just don't quite know how good he is. Or I mean opposition fans. I think our fans fully know how good he is. But some opposition fans I think are still underestimating him, and let them underestimate him at their peril. Ian said, I've got Trent, Mo and Bobby in my fantasy team, so I hope they get me some points tomorrow. Who have I got from Liverpool in my fantasy team? I have Salah, I have Bobby. Who's the other player that I have in my fantasy team from Liverpool? I have to check that now, Ian. I can't remember. You've got me thinking. Right, fantasy team, where are you? I've got Naby, of course I do, yeah. So I've got Naby, I've got Firmino, and I've got Salah in my fantasy team from Liverpool. Shane said, West Ham have spent a lot of money this summer, so tomorrow might not be so straightforward. See, I think that they won't have had time, Shane, to bed in. I think that I'd be more concerned about this game a little bit further into the season if they had time to settle in and get to know each other and play some competitive games together. Pepper Red said, you guys are distracting me from match of the day. Even women can't do that. Well, obviously, I think my ears are a lot better than Gary Lineker's ears. So, there you go. Gary Lineker eats Walkers, i.e. Irish crisps. We're just winning here on every level. Does Gary Lineker come on there and drink Diet Chav? I mean, Pepper, come on. It's an easy decision, buddy. Ian Wright is tipping us for the top, so that cancels out the ugly brother, said the Raptor. The Neville sisters are a bunch of wankers, says Thomas Boland. I will say I gave Gary Neville credit on yesterday's stream as well for the support he showed Jamie Carragher. We all know what Carragher did was wrong and why he was suspended from Sky. That's been done now, he's come back, but I liked that Gary Neville stood up for his mate, and I thought fair play to him. Again, that's why I think us Scousers or us Liverpool fans can be a little bit more objective at times and look at a situation like that, and we're not just looking at it through fucking bitter eyes and just saying Liverpool are going to finish 6th. That is ridiculous. Jesus Christ. And that fucking Egypt gets to go on television and be called a pundit, and people actually are supposed to believe that shite that comes out of his mouth, and we're supposed to think that he's on there and he's not shown playing favourites or anything. Like, absolute fucking lunacy. At least for Tomo, when he's on Sky Sports, is blatantly biased towards Liverpool and can't stop laughing when people question Everton and stuff. So yeah, that's just ridiculous. Joseph Reardon says, say Mongo, Craig, that sounds better. That's half my problem, Joseph. A lot of the time is I don't have a filter, so sometimes things are already out in the world before I've had a chance to process what I wanted to say. There was a nice message from Joe Gomez for Danny Ings today after they spent a lot of time recovering from injury together. Excuse me. Ryan Brewster seems to have formed a similar bond with Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. It's good. I mean, if there's any positives at all to be taken from a player's injury, then why not? Why not? If they become closer with their teammates and create bonds or friendships, then there's always positives to be taken from every situation. So why not? Kieran said, I've got a mad feeling we're going to start Genie next to Van Dijk. Ooh, that would be fucking balls out. That would be, I don't know, mate. Genie next to Van Dijk. I can understand it perhaps for the physicality, but I know Arnautovic is a big dude and all, but Matt Phillips isn't a shrinking violet either. He's a big lump of a fella. Brandon said, I rate Gomez. What's your opinion on him? I think he's an excellent footballer, but the jury is still out on his injuries. Can he finally get through a season without missing time? He's been plagued with injuries since he joined Liverpool. Just unfortunate, but I hope he can prove himself. I think this year is a big year for him. Mohammed said, I want Anfield Agenda's logo font. Again, you'll have to talk to Connor about that, buddy. That's not my department. Ant says, hi Craig, had a good day. I hope you had a good day. I cannot wait to get back inside the church tomorrow, aka Anfield. So you're going to the game, Ant. Excellent. Enjoy it, buddy. I'm sure it's going to be a tremendous atmosphere. I'm sure the Reds are going to go put on a show. But enjoy it. First one of the season. I hope you have a belter, buddy. I really do. I hope you get to see a cracking game as well. The Raptor said, as I said about the others, fuck their luck. Charlene got Alisson, Robbo and Salah in her fantasy team. Dirty Girl is in. Great to see. Welcome to the stream. Squism said, if both healthy, will Sturridge see more match time than Lallana? That's a really strange but interesting question. I don't actually know why I said strange. It's just a very interesting question. I'd say yeah. Do you know what I'd say? Yeah. I would say yeah, because I think Lallana is fighting against very, very strong opposition to get a spot in that midfield, where we've less cover for the forward. So if Sturridge is fit, then I would say you'd probably see more match time than Lallana, but it's a really cracking question. What do you guys think in the chat? Let me know what you think to that. If everybody stayed fit, if both of the dudes stayed fit, do we reckon Sturridge will get more game time than Adam Lallana? Cracking question, mate. Thank you. Kieran's got Alisson, Salah, Mane, De Bruyne, Aguero, Aubameyang and Cedric all playing tomorrow. Did you get extra money from somewhere, Kieran, that wasn't allocated to the rest of us for your fantasy team, buddy? That looks a pretty good team, Jesus Christ. Jake said, I think Mane might get the most assists because he's done very well in pre-season and he also looks sharp. I honestly think, and I've said this a few times, I think him getting that number 10 will give him a psychological boost this year. Brandon said, rather watch an egg than watch the Walker's cunt. There you go. See, there you are. Become part of the solution, Brandon. They're all the problem. We're the solution. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Who's going to be this year where Trent is on breaking to the first 11, says Wrigley Mick. It's a really cracking, another great question, mate. Thank you. Jones for me. For me, it's going to be Jones. He was the one who impressed me most in pre-season, and I think he's somebody that we might see used in a couple of positions. So I'm going to say Jones for me this year. But I wouldn't be surprised if it was Phillips either, and I also wouldn't be surprised if throughout the season Connor Masterson got some game time. Samian has Lacazette and Zaha up front, Salah, De Bruyne, Keita and Kante in midfield. He's got Morgan, Maguire, Azpilicueta and Ryan Bertrand in defence, and Alisson as a keeper. What's your opinion on it? Seems a pretty strong team, Samian. But honestly, don't look to me for views, mate, on Fantasy Premier League. I said time and time again, I'm absolutely shocking at Fantasy Premier League. I give it a real good go. Like I do put the time in on it, but I'm just shit at it. The gods have never smiled on me in Fantasy Premier League. Who is your least favourite Liverpool player? Asks Jake. It's a really easy question. I think everybody that tunes in on a regular basis knows my answer to that one. Simon SpongeBob Mignolet is my least favourite Liverpool player. Peter McPeatface said, should we sacrifice a good Champions League run to focus on the league? I'd say no, because that's the whole point of having squad depth, is that we want to have a squad that can cope with the rigours of the Premier League, going into the Champions League and trying to compete in the two domestic cups. So I'd say no, we shouldn't have to. We should definitely be able to concentrate on both. It's all about getting to a good start, though. We need to hit the ground running in the Premier League. We can't fall behind Manchester City. If we fall behind City, then we're in trouble. I mean, that's a blatantly fucking obvious thing for me to say, but you know what I mean? I don't want to be playing catch up on Manchester City. I think Firmino, Shaqiri or Milner will get the most assists for Liverpool this season, says Monkey. I was thinking Firmino as well, mate. That was my other thought when I was weighing up the options, but I just went with Mane this year because I think maybe we'll see a slight change of position from him at times. Last year, towards the end of the season, he was certainly playing through the middle more than I thought. And I don't mean he started the game as the 9. I mean, as the game progressed, he seemed to be drifting into the centre more and more. And there were some occasions where I felt that him and Firmino were even playing in the same area and getting in each other's way at times. Dirty Girl said, I like this Nathaniel Phillips. He looks like a very, very solid young footballer. Like, I mean, big lump of a fella as well. If needs be, we have the tank, aka James Milner, that can come in and do a service in defence, which is a good point. Jimmy Milner can pretty much play anywhere. Eric said Phillips will start. Should we have more depth in defence, asks Jake. Let's look at it. I think you mean, maybe I'm just assuming incorrectly. We'll look at the centre backs first. So you've got Klavan, Gomez, Matip, Van Dijk, Nate Phillips. That's what? Klavan, Gomez, Matip, Van Dijk, Nate Phillips. That's 5 right there. So 2 positions, 5 of them. You'd imagine that you'd be able to keep at least 3 of them fit for the majority of the time. But we can't for some reason. Full-backs, I think we're alright. I think we're covered on full-backs. Because not only do we have Kleiny to cover on the right, he can also cover on the left. Then we have Moreno, of course, can cover on the left as well. James Milner can cover either if needs be. So I think we're okay at full back, and then obviously we've got the youngsters as well. Centre back though, it is fucking nuts that we're going into the first game of the season, and this is the only semi-negative. It's just through circumstances through the World Cup. I don't think I even mentioned Lovren there actually. Going through the World Cup with players coming back late and stuff that were in this position, but no, I think we do have enough depth there. I just think that the depth we have is a little bit too injury prone at times. So I would have moved Matip on. I've said that all summer. I don't think you're ever going to get a run of games out of the guy. Crosby Red said, so Phil Neville thinks we'll finish 6th, but Pele and Ian Wright think we'll win the league. I wonder who we should take seriously. It's a good point. Hey. I don't know why, but I think seriously thought it was Siri all of a sudden. Oh, she's going to do it again now, isn't she? And my phone started talking back to me there because I thought I said the SIRI word. What else have we got? With a few of our full backs being a wee bit fragile, Nat Phillips could be a fair bit of a game, Dirty Girl, especially in domestic cups. He'll get a few games this season, as will Young Jones. I think he'll get a fair few games as well. Asked this before, but it does seem to anybody else that Gomez is afraid to compete for balls in the air, asks Kang Ozzy. I haven't noticed it myself, I have to say. Maybe somebody else is a better person to answer that one for you, buddy, but for me, I haven't noticed it. Who do you think should play instead of Henderson tomorrow? I've said all week I think Henderson's going to start, but if Milner's going to get the nod, if Milner is okay to play with the stitches, which it seems like he is, Milner, Keita and Gini will probably be the 3 that will start tomorrow if Milner is able to start, but I wouldn't be surprised to see Hendo in there either. Charlene says, we do love you, Craig. We love our Anfield egg. So excited for tomorrow, said Paddy Doyler. Farwell said, remember to share the love, to hit that like button and let people know that we're here. If you are watching for the first time, guys, welcome. I always say that to people that are joining us. Please do hit that subscribe button. Help us grow this channel. We've a lot going on, as you can see. We've got the website that we were talking about earlier on that's up and running. We're looking towards building an Anfield Agenda app very soon as well. I say very soon, as soon as is fiscally allowable. We've said before, we do all this absolutely free. All our content is free. You get all our podcasts, we get the watch-alongs, you get the streams. Everything we do is completely free. But if there's anybody that does want to help us push on, or want to financially support the channel, or want to buy Connor a pint, or want to buy me some turtle wax for my bald head, or anything along those lines, every penny we get goes back into the channel. We don't take any money out whatsoever. It all gets reinvested. I'm going to put into the chat now the links to, where is it? The links to are payments. So we have patreon.com, which is basically you're signing up to a monthly donation. So think of it like a direct debit. Some people have signed up for €8 a month, some people have signed up for 5, others 3, some 10. So if you wanted to do that to help us, brilliant. There's also the option to go onto PayPal and send us a once-off payment. So maybe you just want to buy Connor a pint, or as I said, buy me some turtle wax for my bald head. Whatever it may be, I'm going to put it into the chat now. If you want to do it, by all means, it's brilliant, but there's never any pressure because our content is always going to be 100% free regardless. That will never change. It's one of the main things we spoke about when we started this project. We're never going behind a paywall, ever. No matter what happens, we'd rather close down than go behind a paywall because we just feel that all this content should be free, and we'd hate to put a barrier up between anybody being able to access the content for financial reasons. Paul McCormick said, now remember, like Christmas night, says Paddy Doyler. It is. That's kind of how I feel as well. It kind of is the similar feeling that I had as a child on Christmas Eve. You're looking forward to tomorrow and see what Santi's going to bring. And Santi is Mo Salah and Sadio Mane and Bobby Firmino. But as I said, do hit that subscribe button, guys, if you're watching. And don't forget to tune in tomorrow. Just after 1 o'clock, we'll be doing a watch along of the West Ham game, followed up by a post-match show as well. So lots of content as well coming up. Everybody think that Nat will be alright at the back tomorrow. Yeah, I have no worries putting him in at all. Nabil, mate, if he drops in there tomorrow, I have every faith in the young man. Monkey said we should never forget that Millie has the most assists in Champions League history. And that is correct. More than any other player in the history of that competition. Jimmy Milner has 9 assists, as pointed out by Monkey, the most in Champions League history. So well in, Jimmy. That's an amazing achievement. That really, especially at I won't say his age, but at this stage of his career, to be able to break that record and get 9 assists in the Champions League just goes to show what a season he had last year, and what a free signing he's been for Liverpool as well. Crazy thing, 2 years ago Nat Phillips was released from Bolton and now could be starting for Liverpool tomorrow. That's some turnaround, says Niall Concannon. It's just another reason why you never give up in life, isn't it? We've seen with Jamie Vardy as well. I don't like Jamie Vardy one bit, but you have to respect his story. You have to respect that he kept putting the grind in, worked in a factory, played non-league football. It would have been really easy for young Nat Phillips to just give up or think that it wasn't for him or that he wouldn't make it, but he didn't. So it's a good example to everybody in life that we should just never give up. You should just keep plugging away. Something will click eventually. If you're good enough, you'll get there. And yeah, a great point by Niall. Is Millie out with a head injury? I've been told that he's available for selection in our WhatsApp group, but the honest truth is I don't know. I didn't get to see Klopp's press conference. It was a crazy day yesterday. As I said, shitloads of content, so I didn't get to see the press conference. Squism said, as soon as Neves stepped up to the free kick, I thought about Craig shouting at Pickford T-Rex arms. That's exactly what I did when he scored. As soon as he scored, I jumped on Twitter and put up a post about his little T-Rex arms, and that it's a shame that he doesn't have full-sized arms. Yeah, so you know me too well, Squisms, because it's the first thing I did. I should also say that I did have a little bet on Ruben Neves to score from outside the box at 9-1. So that made me very happy today. I'm sure you asked this yesterday, Damo. Do you live in a bungalow LFC Dalek, or do you have a lift to get upstairs? Pepper Red thinks Moreno should be used further up the pitch for depth, and I agree. I absolutely agree, because the dude can't defend for shit. He's got absolutely no awareness of his defensive responsibility, so just let him off the leash at times, make him track back to the halfway line or something, but let him loose, attack him, because going down that left hand side, he can beat players, he can whip in a ball, he's not afraid to have a shot. So yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree that sometimes he should be used as an option. If chasing a game or looking to run at defenders or tear down a defence, he can certainly be used. Liverpool fan says 1 thumbs down. Why? Don't worry about that, mate. There'll be at least 6 or 7 more of them by the end of the stream. It's just more signs that we're annoying people, and it's a good thing to see. I keep pointing it out. Anybody who takes the time to give us a thumbs down is just letting us know that we're inside their head. They're also letting us know that they think we're shit, which is, of course, their prerogative, but fuck them. Just like the United fans or anybody else, fuck them. LFC Dalek said that there are many, many reasons to be positive, for sure. What does Connor look like? Asks Dirty Girl. Go onto his Twitter page, and you can see I'm sure there's a picture of him up there. Conartist LFC, at Conartist LFC is his Twitter account. So at CONARTIST LFC. Yeah, real simple. I'm sure there's a picture of him on there. Somebody described him yesterday as a young Ed Sheeran, which I don't get because he doesn't really have red hair. A lot of people saying, Raptor, you smashed it on your video debut, and he most certainly did. It was a class video. And Raptor, I want to get your ass on here. I want to get you on a watch along or on a stream with me someday, buddy. We'll tear this shit up on here together, and we'll have a bit of a laugh along the way. What do you guys think? Should we get Raptor on here someday? Should he join me on a stream, even for an hour, even for half an hour? Get him on here with me, have a laugh, and see what you guys think. I'd love to have him on. Raptor's my kind of dude. I'd love to have Raptor on. Somebody on Periscope was asking Hendo to start tomorrow. All week, mate, I would have thought yes. All week I would have said yes. But as the game goes, if James Milner is available, I think we may see a midfield trio of Gini Wijnaldum, Jimmy Milner and Naby Keita. We'll have to wait and see tomorrow, but thank you for your question. The Raptor said it takes many more muscles to frown than it does to smile. Did you all know that? I did. I absolutely did, because no, I don't want to say that, but yeah, I have. I've been in an anger management course before, so yeah, I absolutely did know that. We want Raptor, we want Raptor. There you go, we want Raptor. There you go. I mean, the people have spoken, Raptor, mate. Get Craig and Raptor together. I mean, the dream team. Absolutely. Me and Raptor on here having a laugh. It'd be great fun. It'd be an absolute pleasure. We'll see, as long as I'm not required to recite any facts and figures. Do you ever hear me reciting facts and figures? I can't even remember players' fucking names on here half the time, buddy. That's why we have all these brilliant people in the chat to fill us in when we forget things, to help us out. There will be no facts and figures required, my friend. I can promise you that one. You come on here with me anytime, mate. It's just for a bit of a laugh. All we're going to do is answer the posts and what the people have asked, and have a bit of fun along the way. Get Raptor on with you, said Charlene. We're never going to stop, said Liverpool fan. Yes, for Raptor on the Anfield Agenda, pods, watch-alongs and post-shows, and amen. I mean, get him on all the... Get Raptor on the podcast and everything, I say. I'm all for having Raptor on. Raptor is my kind of dude, absolutely. Thomas said, get Raptor on, that'll be an Oscar-winning show. I mean, there you go, Raptor, mate. The people want a bit of Raptor. From Paris down to Turkey, we've won the fucking lot. Dalek is just pointing out that 76.58% of facts or percent of facts are just purely made up. Louis said Dave O'Cop just put up on his Twitter, Paul Pogba, I cannot say what I want or I'll be fined. Manchester United are a shit club. Well, we all know he wants to go to Barcelona, so he doesn't need to open his mouth. It's as clear as day that he wants to go and play for Barcelona. I'd be amazed, absolutely amazed, even with his agent kicking up and stamping his feet, if United sell him in this window. I mean, gee, I would be amazed. It would basically be United saying that they've given up, which they won't do. There's no fucking way they're going to sell Pogba in this window. Raptor, bring Cobra. He's got shitloads of facts. There you go. I mean, just have him. You can have him as your phone a friend. 93% of things you stress about never actually happen. In life, that's a really good point. I don't know about the percentage. I mean, it doesn't really matter. But most, if not almost all, of the things that you do worry about in life don't happen. It's a really fair thing to say. And often at times we think about the worst case scenario and everything, and we play it out in our heads and we try and see how the situation unfolds. But often it's the worrying about something that is much worse than the reality of the situation. That's something I've learned along the way, so I tend not to worry about stuff anymore. Some things are unavoidable. If you've got financial strains or somebody's ill or something like that, then of course you're going to worry. But a lot of the small things in life we just should try and shake off, or just wait and see what happens, because you can't change something you've no control over. Is Fabinho starting tomorrow? I honestly don't know, mate. It's touch and go as to whether he's going to be fit. Somewhere I seen he picked up a knock, somewhere else I said he had an illness, so I honestly don't know. It's strange the players can leave the English Premier League, but Premier League teams can't replace them. Who came up with that stupid rule? This is the first year it's happened. So Premier League clubs voted to shorten the transfer window and end it just before the Premier League kicked off. That wasn't matched by other other clubs around Europe, other leagues around Europe. So some windows close on the 31st of August. I'm not sure about every single league, but it does certainly put some European clubs at an advantage to Premier League clubs. But it's what we wanted. I think it's fair. I think thankfully the Premier League clubs are probably financially stable enough that they can refuse the business other clubs might try and press on them when the window closes. Manchester United, Liverpool, Arsenal, United, or Chelsea, Spurs, all these clubs, they're pretty wealthy clubs, a lot of them in the top 15, 20 in the world when it comes to football finance, so they should be in a position where they just refuse to sell. And I think it'll get to a point where clubs are just going to realise that because Premier League clubs can't strengthen, they're just not going to sell anybody important. They'll only sell the players they're happy to let go. Tippy asks thoughts on the Premier League results so far. I was a little bit shocked at the Palace Fulham result, if I'm being honest. I thought Fulham would have given them a bit of a better game. I thought it may have been a draw. United did exactly what I expected. Spurs did exactly what I expected. Chelsea 3-0. That was a decent result away at Huddersfield. What else was there that happened in the Premier League? Everton 2-2 at Wolves. It's a tough one to call because Everton had Jagielka sent off. Fair play to both teams in that scenario. Everton didn't give up and ground out. Well, I say ground out. They went 2-1 up and got a draw. So yeah, well done to both teams. Point on the board. There's been no real shocks yet, so it's been pretty much as expected, to be fair, mate. Obviously tomorrow I hope there's still fucking no shocks, especially at 1:30. I hope if there's any sort of shocks to happen, that it happens at 4:30. Leave the facts to Rafa, says Damo. Thomas said United sell Pogba, Mourinho then quits, and then United turn to David Moyes to sell them. What a dream. I know a lot of people who fully believe that Zinedine Zidane will be the next Manchester United manager when Jose Mourinho leaves. Most underrated LFC player, Jari Litmanen. Discuss. Love Jari Litmanen. Absolutely love Jari Litmanen. When that Finnish fucking composer came in, I was over the moon. He's a fantastic footballer. We didn't see his best days at Liverpool. But he was one hell of a footballer. Absolutely. He was somebody, it's a shame we didn't see the best of, but he's a player I really liked. A little bit before maybe some people's time on here, and then of course a lot of people will remember him, but definitely the best player Finland has ever produced. Liverpool 2-0 tomorrow, says annoying JA reviews. Moyes at United was the funniest season ever, says Crosby Red. Didn't Moyes have a better win percentage though than Mourinho and Van Gaal? Am I correct in that one? I think of the three of them, Moyes has had the best win percentage. But it was hilarious, to be fair. I still don't believe that they did that. I honestly don't believe that they let go Sir Alex Ferguson and brought in fucking David Moyes to replace him. Hipia, somebody on Periscope is pointing out, as the most underrated player. God, oh, is that the question? I thought we were just discussing Yari Lippman. So Hibby is probably, I wouldn't say somebody who was too underrated. I think he was very rated by Liverpool fans. It's a good question. The most underrated player, Finnan has to be in the conversation, definitely, as one of the most underrated players. Who else, guys? It's a good question. Let me see. Put it into the chat, guys. Who do you think is the most underrated Liverpool players of all time? Who else have we got? I'm really trying to think about this one now. Who else have we got as underrated players? I think Paddy Berger may be underrated by some as well. Another excellent footballer. See, a lot of players at Liverpool have been loved, which makes it hard for underrated players to have fallen through. But Steve Finnan, yes, definitely. Yari Lippman was a good show, an amazing footballer. One who I can tell you I was so disappointed that it didn't work out for him in a massive way was Fernando Morientes. When we signed him, I thought we were laughing. Loved Morientes. Didn't work out for him again at Liverpool, but another, just a shame that one didn't work out. Maybe we got him just a little bit too late. Steve Finnan was great, says Dirty Girl. Get Raptor on for the crack, he's a good lad, said Tom. Mate, I'm trying. I will try and get the Raptor on some. I don't want to pressure him. I mean, everybody has their own circumstances, and if it's right for the Raptor, if he gets a chance, hopefully we can get him on and have a bit of a laugh, but there's absolutely no pressure. Hope all is well with you guys this evening. Looking forward to laying the smackdown on the Hammers tomorrow, says Cobra. Absolutely. I mean, we'll definitely be laying the smackdown. Can you smell what the egg is cooking? Steve Finnan, 7 out of 10 every week. Mr. Reliable for us, absolutely. I do love Steve Finnan, I have to say. Quality for Ireland, quality for Liverpool, and quality for Fulham when he was there as well. Maxi Rodriguez is a show. That's a very good show, Thomas, mate. Maxi was a very underrated player. Good show. Didi Hamann, said Dirty Girl. I fucking love Didi. I have a signed Didi Hamann shirt in my wardrobe. I was lucky enough to meet Didi Hamann one day. I did a little bit of stuff for 5 times at one of their shows. I did some publicity for them and stuff on social media, and we got a chance to go backstage and meet Didi Hamann, Djibril Cissé, Luis Garcia and Vladimir Smitser, which was class. I'm just trying to find the picture here so I can show you guys. And I ran straight to Didier Hamann because we got about 15 minutes with the guys before they had to go back out on stage. It was during their interval. So here we go. Yeah, so we got about 15 minutes with the guys. And we got a couple of shirts that we gave away to listeners on our podcast. But I also got myself a shirt signed by Didi Hamann because I fucking love Didi Hamann as a footballer. So when Dirty Girl said there he was underrated, I was agreeing because I absolutely love the dude. Ronnie Whelan's another great show. LFC Dalek, quality footballer. Great show. Emlyn Hughes, definitely before my time. Although of course I know about Crazy Horse, but definitely before my time. Liverpool fan has signed up to the website. Excellent. So just for anybody else, you know what? I'll even put that one in the chat. And it's fairly obvious, but I'll put it in the chat. So it's anfieldagenda.com. Really simple. So yeah, the website name is now gone into the chat. anfieldagenda.com. Jump on there, sign up, 100% free, create your membership, and you'll get access to member chats, you'll get access to private streams at times, you'll get access to the post-match phone-ins, a couple of other bits and bobs that we're going to do for members only, and we're working on something really special that you won't have seen on other sites, I don't think. So leave that one with us, but do sign up, you won't regret it. And it's free. It's just another thing that's free. Kang Aussie says Hamann talks too much shit on TV. Yeah, but he's a footballer, mate. I only care about him on the field. That's the only time I care about Didi Hamann, is when he was on the field. And for us, I thought he was amazing. Danny Ings, said Thomas. Kang Aussie said that's a good call. He had some really, really heavy condition that took him out, didn't he? Marcus Babel, yeah, Marcus Babel was a very good player as well, mate. That's a good show. Karl Heinz Riedler from Thomas Boland. And then the Raptors just saying the Crazy Horse wasn't underrated. No one on that side was capable of being underrated. Igor Bishkan says Monkey. Super Crow at Igor Bishkan used to be atrocious. Peter Sweeney said just signed up, lads. Great channel. 5-0 tomorrow from Galway. P. Mate, I'm having that. P, sign me up for the 5-0. You signed up for the website, buddy. Sign me up for the 5-0. I'm all over it. Yeah, 5-0 would do very nicely, wouldn't it? That will be putting down the market that we spoke about earlier on. Happy days. Site looking nice. Remember, if you need any exclusive video space, let me know. I have absolutely no idea what you mean by that, Steve. Mate, absolutely haven't got a Scooby-Doo what you mean by that. If I'm missing something obvious here, buddy, let me know. Or if you're just having a giraffe, just let me know as well. What about Lovren the Plonker, says Steve. Oh, mate, as I said earlier on, I don't want to get into negatives about Liverpool players before the season starts. Whatever happens with Lovren, the club will sort out. We don't know the exact ins and outs of it. All we know is the little bits that we've been fed from the media. Leave it to Kloppo, leave it to the club. They'll sort out Dejan. If there's any punishment to be dished out, they'll do it. We just need to worry about the dudes on the pitch tomorrow putting in the performance, and the Reds getting off to a fantastic start in the Premier League. Dirty Girl said, can you do a dual split on Anfield Agenda with the Raptor or any other mods? Yeah, we're working on bringing video pods to you guys, or video streams with 3 or 4 of us. The problem with a video stream is this: it's fine with my audio, it's grand, it's simple. But if we're bringing on 3 or 4 more people and we're splitting the screen, the problem is the delay in the audio. So, do you remember when we did the watch-alongs? Often at times there was delays between people's computers of who was watching where on the game, or even if we were all watching on Liverpool TV, some people were behind others. It's the same with audio, and it's the same with live stream. So even though we're all live at the same time talking, sometimes what I'm saying is a couple of seconds behind somebody else, and sometimes you don't get proper sync with people's words and the screen or things like that. So there's a few bits to be worked out, and we're trying to sort it out. Biscan scared the shit out of me, said Kang Aussie. What's your prediction for tomorrow's game? 4-0. KKB, I've said 4-0 all week, so I'm going to stick with 4-0. $5-0 will be fucking brilliant, said the Raptor. Everyone's cheered up, no negativity, that's more like it. Gary McAllister from Neil, or Anthony Nansen, sorry, what did I say, Neil? Anthony Nansen. What a season Gary Mack had when he came in. I mean, that goal against Everton, that free kick alone should make him a legend. Tech stuff, Craig, for Connor. Absolutely. Don't be coming near me with tech stuff, Steve. Not my department. I'm public relations. Connor is the technical department. So yeah, defo hit Connor up for anything technical. Don't put it near me. I just get wheeled in front of a camera and told to press a big button, and that's how it all starts on here. Steve says, congrats on 3,000 subscribers. Thank you, Steve. Roll on 5k next. That's the next goal. So 5k is next up. God knows how long it'll take us to get there, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's all about just coming on, having a laugh with you guys. But in saying that, if you're watching the stream, welcome. Please do take a moment and hit that subscribe button. And to all the guys that are already subscribed, that are in the chat here, that are watching, do take a second there, pop down, hit that thumbs up button. It just takes 1 second, 1 click, bang, hit the thumbs up, and it helps us get pushed out there, helps us get suggested to other users, helps us get pushed into YouTube's world of YouTubiness and all that stuff. Now, that was a technical analysis there. It's about as technical as I can get. Anything else, direct all question towards Connor. So, at ConArtist LFC. Actually, in talking about Twitter handles, I have recently set up a new Twitter account. Because often people on here ask how can they get in contact with me, and sometimes they go through Anfield Agenda, but a lot of the time, because the 3, 4, 5 of us that access that account, I don't see the messages because they will have been accessed by somebody else before I get there, or somebody will have read them and it isn't highlighted. So I have set up a new Twitter account. I'm going to put it in the chat there now. So if anybody does want to give me a follow or contact me on Twitter, they can do so on this one. So bear with me 1 sec. Cool. Right, so I've put it in the chat there. It's at @CopJaffer_LFC. That is my new Twitter account. It's my old Twitter handle, so anybody who followed me previously will know that that's the Twitter handle I always used. So it's at @CopJaffer_LFC. If anybody wants to give me a follow on there, or anybody wants to jump on or ask me anything or contact me for any reason whatsoever. Alex says, amazing YouTuber, bro. Thank you, Alex, mate. Very kind of you. I honestly can't remember if this is your first comment, mate. You may have commented before. Apologies for not remembering, but thank you for the kind words, mate. Welcome to the channel. I hope you've subscribed, and I hope you continue to enjoy the content on here, because it's fun. I really have a great time on here with the guys, and it's the amazing people in the chat and that subscribe that make this channel. The egg here talking is just an egg. An egg with lips, that's all I am. Just an egg with lips that gets wheeled in front of the camera to talk to you guys. Okay, hands up. Honestly, that's community service. That's what I'm here on, community service. Don't think West Ham players will be sleeping well tonight, says Paddy. I don't imagine so, especially the defenders. They'll be sleeping and they'll be seeing Salah, Mane and Firmino just running up and down past them. And then just when they think everything is okay and they think the nightmare is over, then they look over and the fourth official standing out with a board and on comes Shaqiri and remember meep meep. Then it's game over, motherfuckers. Glad someone else is as technical as me, Craig, says Crosby Red. You've no idea, honest to God. I'm putting an iPhone in front of me and I'm good to go. I can do almost everything on my iPhone. I'm quite proficient on my MacBook with what I need to know. And once I'm shown something, I'm okay. But I mean, you get me down, sit me down. Like you guys know the likes of Squarespace and stuff like that. The website building is supposed to be idiot proof. Fuck that. I sat down one day when we were building an old site and had a look at Squarespace and just went, no, not for me, not a fucking chance. No, So this time around for the website, we went completely different. We went for the industry standard, and when we were building a website, we went quite more expensive and robust this time. So I left it completely to Connor because not my department. Gary Mack was a legend. His experience was vital in the 2001 triple winning season. I didn't think I would survive that Alaves 5-4 win. Do you remember that game, Damo? That game was a little bit crazy because some of the players didn't know what the fuck was going on because of that whole silver and golden goal thing. So when we scored, some players didn't know that we'd won the game and that it was over. We were into extra time there, and some players didn't know that we'd scored the goal. It was over. They thought we'd have to play out the remainder of extra time, but with the golden goal or the silver goal, I can't remember which one it was at the time, we went and we won that one 5-4. But that was an absolutely crazy game. That game, we should have been like home and dry in that game. It should have been an easy afternoon, but of course we did it the hard way. But we got there in the end, which is the main thing. And fair play to Alaves. I remember Jordi Cruyff had probably the best game of his career for Alaves during that game, and I'll never forget that shirt. That Alaves shirt was really nice as well, the yellow and blue. The Raptor said, I've got a chimney in the bedroom as well. It all makes sense, doesn't it? Continuity, I think they call it in the business. Trust me, this is certainly not a chimney behind me. It's just something stuck to the wall. Poochmouth says, Craig, how long do you think Klopp will stay for? I think I'll definitely see out the contract he signed. We ain't going to be sacking him anytime soon anyway. So, look, the ideal scenario for all of us is that Klopp will sees out the next 4, 5, 6 years. Stevie G goes on his managerial career, keeps progressing, perhaps comes in as Klopp's number 2 for a year or so for a bit of a transition period over, and then bang, Stevie G is Liverpool manager in the future. That's the dream for all of us, if we're being honest. Win stuff on the Klopp, get the club back to the top, transition to Stevie G whenever Klopp decides he wants to step away, and then there we go. Stevie G, another dynasty. Gary Mack was fucking ace, said the Raptor. That goal was a fucking blinder. The best thing about that goal against Everton, Raptor mate, was the fact that he must have stole 15 or 20 yards in that free kick. He really, like, we've seen players often trying to inch a couple of feet out of it. Well, he went fucking balls out. He must have pinned 15 or 20 yards before he scored that. Absolute legend. Monkey said, I like Paddy Berger. He scored some cracking goals. He was a great player. Really was. Amazing hair as well. I mean, he was the Emre Can before Emre Can existed. I wish Liverpool had a dirty player like Souness or Ramos. Well, you'll enjoy Naby Keita, so dirty girl, mate. Naby Keita is not shy of a yellow and red card. Let's put it that way. It's one of the reasons I like him so much, because I do love a crazy bastard, and Naby Keita does not shirk a challenge. So I think you will enjoy him this season. Damo said, I watched the Alaves game when I was in Oz. I practically had to get up before I went to bed because it was on at stupid o'clock in the morning. The Raptor said, Craig, don't shoot down the chimney dream. It's all we've got, man. Apart from the dream of Liverpool, of course. Oh yeah, this is a real chimney behind me. Oh yeah, oh the flames, oh the heat off that chimney. Jesus Christ. I might have to get some s'mores out, Raptor, mate, and have me some barbecue. And again, Pepper Red's just pointing out that we have Keita now, so there's no need to worry about not having that dirty bastard anymore. Liverpool fan said, Craig, do you think Salah will win the Ballon d'Or? I don't think he will, because the whole thing is fucking corrupt. He should win it. He absolutely should win it, but I don't think he will. And it's gonna make me fucking sick when they give it to Cristiano Ronaldo, because he doesn't deserve it. Mo Salah absolutely deserves the Ballon d'Or, without a shadow of a doubt. If it's voted on last season, then Mo Salah deserves the Ballon d'Or. It won't happen, but he deserves it. Everyone's missus used to fancy Paddy Berger, said the Raptor. Burger with my wife's buns. Certainly not. He was a good looking dude, to be fair to him. So I get where you're coming from. Him and Jamie Redknapp were certainly one that the ladies liked. But them suits, man, them FA Cup final suits, them Armani suits, Jesus Christ. Oh, I don't know whoever okayed them. I really don't. That was a bad move. Aaron Chorley drinks Diet Chav. Everybody drinks Diet Chav. It's the drink of champions. Crack the golden ball over that horrible greaseball's head, said Cobra. I thought you were talking about me there for a second. When I seen grease and head, I just assumed you were talking about me, Cobra, for a second. Right, guys, where are we? How long are we? We're an hour and a half into this stream, guys, so we're going to have about probably just over half an hour to go, and then we shall call it a night. So if you're watching, and I don't know how many are watching, it seems like a quiet enough one tonight, to be fair, with the chat. If you're watching and you haven't yet subscribed, please take a moment to do so. If you're in the chat and you haven't given us a thumbs up, or you're watching, please take a minute to do that. And also, I've said before about the website. We mentioned that is up now by the looks of it, although Connor could have given me the heads up. But yeah, anfieldagenda.com is up. That's only possible, and these streams and us making all this content are only possible because of the support from you amazing people. So if you're watching the stream and you want to help support the channel, you can do so by, I put it into the chat now, you can sign up to become a patron at patreon.com/anfieldagenda, or you can jump on the PayPal and you can send us a couple of quid by using the email address anfieldagenda@outlook.com. And as I said, I put that into the chat there once again. Wrigley Mick said 3,054 subs. There you go. We're moving. We're still going. 84 watching. So look, it's a quiet enough night, to be fair, for us. We're usually well up over 100 when people are watching. I think we'll get quite a few for the watch along tomorrow. They've done great numbers so far. Been really good fun. And I can't wait. I know I've said it about 50 times during this stream, but I cannot wait. What does subscribe mean compared to watching, said Dirty Girl? Well, firstly, it boosts our numbers. The more subscribers we have, obviously, the more attractive our channel looks to sponsors, the more YouTube will push our content out there. But from your point of view, what subscribing does is allows you to turn on notifications and stuff, that every time we release new content or we go live, you'll get an email, or you'll get contacted, or you'll get a text, or you'll get a pop-up on your screen to say that we're gone live or that our content is out there, and makes it easier for you to keep in touch with us and what we're doing. Craig, did you rate Jason McAteer? No, I really didn't. He's a good lad. He's a good lad. He's a good laugh. And some of the Legends nights that I've seen him do chats on, he's been brilliant. But as a footballer, no. But I'll never ever forget the goal he scored for us against Holland. So for that and that alone, I love Jason McAteer. But he was a good, decent player, like. But I wouldn't say I rated him that highly. But I've nothing against the dude. He seems like a really nice fella. Calm before the storm tomorrow, says Mick. There is going to be one fucking storm raining down on West Ham tomorrow at Anfield. You can be sure about that one. There's going to be a Salah, Mane, Firmino shitstorm all over West Ham tomorrow. It's going to be a thing of beauty, folks. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. The Reds are back. Anfield is ready. The Cop Whites are ready. West Ham certainly aren't fucking ready. But it's going to be good. It's going to be good tomorrow, guys. I think your subs are watching Match of the Day, said Paul. Maybe the case, mate. It's Saturday night. I mean, everybody, it's Saturday night. People have things to do. We never judge anybody for not coming on. Never judge anybody for having busy lives. We're just grateful of everybody that comes on and watches at any period. And either way, we're on here having a laugh anyway. We push the numbers. We ask about the subs and stuff. But at the end of the day, I'm enjoying doing this. Hopefully you're enjoying being on here. And that's what it's all about. We've nothing else to do on this Saturday night. And I'm fucked if I'm watching Match of the Day. Honestly, I really couldn't give a fuck. Actually, is there many UK and Irish subscribers watching? And if you do you have a Sky account? And when I say Sky account, I mean do you have Sky TV? Because they're trialling 10% of their customers at the minute are getting Netflix as an option on their Sky Q box, and they're going to be rolling it out across the board at some stage, which is brilliant. You will need a Netflix subscription, of course, but talking to Sky today, they've said that they're hoping they can do a deal basically where Netflix will become part of your Sky subscription or an option on your Sky subscription. So it looks like Sky are going to be putting out Netflix on the Sky Q boxes very soon. So if you're in the UK, you're in Ireland, or wherever you are, if you have Sky, you have Sky Q. Sounds like it's good news, guys. Sounds like we're going to get Netflix available on that box, which will make lives an awful lot easier. So happy days on that one. 82 watching, 79 likes. Surely we can hit the 100 before the stream is over. But that is a good ratio, mate. As you said, Raptor, 82 people watching and 79 likes. But surely we can hit 100. People drop in and out. If you're watching, don't forget to give us that thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, guys. Lots of people seem really, really happy that the Reds are back tomorrow, and I've been smiling since we started this stream. Maybe not so much outwardly, but inwardly I'm certainly smiling. So yeah. Oh, guys, I have a new show name. So let me ask you for some suggestions first before I tell you the show name. So tomorrow we're starting a brand new show. We've got the watch-alongs. You guys know you've experienced that before. But the new show is going to come afterwards is the reaction show. So the post-match show. So I want to know what you guys would have called the post-match show on here. So the game's over, the Reds are on, emotions are high. What would you call it? I want some suggestions. We have a name picked out. We've already made the illustrations and stuff for it, but I'd like to know what you guys would have called the post-match show on here. We call our podcast, by the way, the one that we do for the podcast has always been called the post-match point. I know that has been used by somebody else on YouTube in the last couple of months, but we've been using it for in excess of a year on podcasts. So the post-match point is what we use for our podcasts, but on here we've a new show starting tomorrow, our post-match show. Want some suggestions for names, but I'll give you the name soon, don't worry. I will tell you the name before we head off. Alex said I'm from the UK and I have Sky HD. I honestly don't know if it's going to be on the Sky HD boxes, mate. I upgraded to Q a few months back, and I must say, if anybody hasn't and they're thinking about it, if you've got decent internet, do it, because it's fucking brilliant. It's so handy being able to unplug the boxes and just walk around the house and plug them in anywhere. Really, really good. I haven't regretted it, but getting Netflix on there will be absolutely class. Wrigley Mix said I just robbed my sister's Netflix. I think we've all done that at some stage. We've all shared some passwords around there, or we've all got the US Netflix and stuff at times by changing or what is it called? Our servers and stuff, just hiding where we're from. I can't remember what. See, that's how untechnical I am. DNS, hiding your DNS or changing your DNS servers. Harry Kewell was decent. Fuck off. Harry Kewell was a plank. The most injury prone waste of space we've had at the club. Such a letdown, Pepper Red. Not from you. Jesus, I love you. Not from you, buddy. From Harry Kewell. I remember when we signed him. And do you remember what a big thing it was at the time as well? I mean, he did a whole big reveal on television, on Aussie TV, I think, about where his next club was going to be, because he left Leeds on a free. I thought when we got Harry Kewell, we'd finally solved that left-sided issue that we had. He just turned out to be an absolute disappointment because of injury. Final word, says Stephen Taggart. The after party, says Alex. The post-match agenda, says Liverpool fan. Post-match philosophy, says Pepper Red. The PMT. PMT from the Raptor, which stands for post-match talk, but PMT was funny. He was class at Leeds, said Joseph. He really was. He was an amazing footballer at Leeds, and that's what made it more disappointing that he didn't work out at Liverpool. 89 likes, says Crosby Red. So we're just 11 shy of hitting the 100, and we still have a good while to go, so we'll get there. Post-match debate, said Dave Trainer. And there fucking will be a debate on here. Oh, actually, good news. Tomorrow, so I'm going to be joined on the post-match show tomorrow for at least part of it by Chris. And Chris hasn't done any of the live streams yet because he's an extremely busy man. He's done some of our pods, of course, but Chris will be on tomorrow for the post-match show. So yeah, you'll finally get to hear Chris on here and get to have a chat with Chris and ask him some questions. And Chris is extremely knowledgeable. Played football as well at a high level. Really nice guy. Looking forward to having him on. And I've no doubt that it'll be after a Reds win. Kewell had great technique. You're right about the injuries though. Mass debate, said Pepper Red. Nigel Clough was another abject failure after his debut, said the Raptor. Robbie Keane was disappointing. He fucking really was. Some of that wasn't down to him though, to be fair. He probably didn't get a fair crack of it at Liverpool. But yeah, the goal against Arsenal was certainly his highlight in the Liverpool shirt. What do you think the secret of stopping Man City is, and how much do you think they're worried about us? It's a tough one to answer because we can only affect the 2 games we play against Manchester City. So what I would say is that we can't let them get ahead of us. We can't let them build a gap. I would say yes, they're certainly worried about us, but most managers will say to the teams that you can't worry about other teams, only worry about what you're doing. You get your results, get your wins, the points will take care of things, and the league will sort itself out. At the end of the day, if you win every one of your league games, you win the league. So look, nobody's going to do that. I'm not even suggesting that, but I think they know we're going to be there or thereabouts this year. We know we can certainly beat them, Paddy, because we've done it, twice last year, maybe three times last year actually, twice in the Champions League and once in the league. So we can certainly beat them. They know we can beat them. Pep knows that Klopp can get the better of them. So it's just about doing that on a consistent basis, buddy, over the course of 38 games, and fingers crossed we can do it. I think it's up to other teams to put up a better fight against City as well at times and not fucking roll over and have their bellies tickled. The post-match party, says Alex. Liverpool roundup, says Eric. Dirty Girl says Kewell can't be forgiven for totally hiding in the Champions League final, going off, pretending to be hurt. He should never have started. That's the thing for me. He was coming back from injury anyway. He should never have started that game for me. So he came on, went off, was absolutely fucking pointless in the game. Made us have to change tactics. I would have never started him obviously, but look, I'm that Rafa Benitez and Rafa won the fucking thing, so Rafa's a god. But he was coming back from injury anyway, so he shouldn't have came on. The postman, Pat Debay. That Becker's belief. It's a good show. Chelsea looking good though. They looked okay, yeah. They looked solid. They're going to be a solid team, particularly with that midfield three. But look, will they be able to score enough goals in every game going forward? I think they're gonna be their problem. Ecstatic, coptastic post-match reaction show. What was your favourite cartoon as a kid? Mine was Ulysses 31. I liked Count Duckula. I liked DJ Cat. I liked... What else did I watch as a kid growing up? Dogtanian. Animaniacs. I really liked that as well. Simpsons, obviously. But so many. Man, I watched so many cartoons as a child. Like every kid. I mean, it's a rite of passage, isn't it? Post-match party wouldn't sound as great after a loss. Post-match point of view. Conversation corner. Anfield analysis. Right, I think I can finally tell you guys what it's going to be called. So I do love a good pun and we do love a bit of cheese. So the name of the post-match show from tomorrow onwards, and obviously think of this, bear with me here. Depending on the results, depending on how we're all feeling after the show, it's almost a question. So the show was going to be called Good Cop, Bad Cop. Spelled K-O-P, obviously. So that's what it's going to be called, Good Cop, Bad Cop. Because it's all about how you guys are feeling, what your reactions are to the show. Was it a good cop? Was it a bad cop? Let us know. And obviously cop means a couple of different things. We've got air cop in the stands, or, did we cop a beating? So good cop, bad cop. That's the name of our post-match show. Scooby-Doo, Land of the Dinosaurs, said the Raptor for some cartoons. Eric Wary says love it. Dogtanian and the three forwards up front. There you go. Yeah, that'll do, says Dirty Girl. I'm glad you approve. Myself and Connor were going back and forth trying to think of a name for this show for a good while, and then once that one came up, we kind of both went, yeah, that'll do. That's it. That's the one. Joseph says, you clever little chappy. Yeah, so I'm going to write it in just so you can see the actual wording of it, just in case anybody's not getting the gist of it. Yeah, so good cop, bad cop. That's the name of the show. Very encompassing, Craig. Good enough name, yeah. To me, it'll forever be the PMT now, though. PMT, we might use that on another one, buddy. We may use that on a podcast or something, because I do like that. PMT is good. Especially some of the times how I react. PMT would be a very good way of describing it. Cop of the town, said Cobra. Liverpool fan loves the name. What would be the reaction of Liverpool fans if Liverpool don't win tomorrow? I've no doubt whatsoever that there will be utter fucking meltdown on social media if Liverpool don't win tomorrow. But those of us that are sane will look at it, we'll try and figure out what went wrong. We'll look at who was available, we'll look at what Kloppo did, we'll try and break it down, we'll assess it. We'll of course be disappointed like any fan would be, but I certainly won't be overreacting. If we win tomorrow and win handsomely, yeah, I'm going to be overreacting. Of course I am. I'm going to be on here giving a fucking full-on beans. We're definitely winning the league. It's all in the bag. But if we lose, I'm not going to go that way in a negative sense. But yeah, I've no doubt if we lost tomorrow that Liverpool fans, a lot of them, would lose their fucking minds on social media. Because we do like to overreact both ways at times. Joseph said, that's a shout, very good, copyright that shit. I cannot tell you how many show names we've had nicked over the years, or ideas that have been nicked. And look, it's not just us, other people have had shit nicked off them as well. But yeah, it's going to be out tomorrow, so there'll be a record of it. Good cop, bad cop. There you go. The images and all are already made for it, so good cop, bad cop will start tomorrow after the West Ham game. Are you a dub? What do you think of the game against Galway? I've got to be honest, I of course know that Dublin won, but I've been open about the fact that I'm not a massive GAA fan. I'm a bit of a glory hunter when it comes to GAA. I only watch Dublin in the All-Ireland. I don't watch them in the leagues and stuff like the Alliance Leagues, but good victory, another final. Are the Dubs stoppable? Probably not. It was a great result. There's nothing else to say really. Sometimes I'm of the mindset that is it fair that should Dublin be split in two? I wonder at times, should there be a north and a south? Because there's clearly some type of an advantage for Dublin there, particularly with just the base of players that they have to choose from. So, look, I'm not the right person to talk about GAA, but sometimes I've heard the argument before that perhaps Dublin should be split down the middle, and it would make some sense. Although that may just mean that there's Dublin North and Dublin South in the final of the All-Ireland. Damo said, when we win, we'll be in the Pink Floyd, I'll get my coat. Clap that, says Wrigley Mick. Watching this always makes my day, says Jake, mate. Thank you. That's a very kind thing to say, buddy. And I always say this as well, but it does mean a lot. I can promise you that often at times, I say it means a lot and all this all the time, but I can promise you when I get off these streams, I'll be talking to my wife and I'll be saying all the lovely things that we've heard. I'll be also telling her about the few trolls that popped in and stuff as well, but it means a lot to all of us, and I do pass these comments on to the rest of the guys and let them know that you're enjoying the content, so thank you. And Kieran said the Fantasy League has just updated the points, so there you go. I just blame the ref, says Paddy. There you go. Did you see some of the fucking decisions today already in the Premier League, by the way? Fucking hell. They're off already. Only one game, only one match day in, and they're off already with their fucking shitty decisions. 90 watching and 92 likes. There you go. I love it. See, match of the day must be coming to an end and people are tuning in. I'm going to give it 30 more minutes, guys. So there we go. 30 more minutes. You tell me what you want to have a chat about. Let's have a bit of fun. Let's finish this on a high. Let's get ready for the game tomorrow against West Ham. Everybody in good form. Going to bed happy, positive. Looking forward to the Reds putting on a show, putting on a good display, and spanking West Ham and sending them back to London. RTE or anti-dubs, says Irish Francis. Come on, guys. What do you want to have a chat about? Let me know. It's your show. I keep saying it time and time again. This show is all about what you guys want to talk about. The After Gark show. Did Dublin ever play hurling, says El Chapo. Yeah, of course we do. But don't ask Kilkenny if they ever play Gaelic or football, because they don't have a team that competes, which is fucking nuts in the All-Ireland. But yeah, Dublin play hurling. From what I gather, I don't watch it, but from what I gather, they've improved over the recent years. But this is a Liverpool show, so let's jump back into Liverpool and talk about Liverpool. Irish Francis says, love your channel. Thank you, mate. We love all our subscribers, and we really do. Like we're not just saying that, we fucking really do. This is a family, a community. We're here together. We succeed together, we fail together, we'll smile together, we'll cry together. But if anything goes wrong from a technical standpoint, we'll all in unison turn and point the finger at Connor and tell him it's his fucking fault. This is Football said, sub Craig, you're a legend. Question, if you had one thing to ask Klopp, what would it be? The sad thing about that is, mate, I could have asked Klopp 3, 4, 5 questions. I've been to a couple of his press conferences. I was at the game in Dublin. I had a media pass, thankfully, which was brilliant. I could have asked him a question in the presser, but I just chose not to because there was nothing worth saying that he hadn't already answered, because Sky Sports had asked him questions, James Pearce had asked him questions, and all the journalists had asked all the questions you'd want answered. The question I was going to ask him, because I'm a cheeky fuck, was, Jurgen, of all the Anfield Agenda podcasts, which episode was your favourite, mate? Was going to be my question if I had have asked one, but that would just be me being uber cheeky. Honestly, if I got to sit down and ask him an honest question, it would be what made you choose Liverpool? I think I'd like an honest answer on that one. Why Liverpool, Jurgen? Of all the clubs you could have managed around the world, of all the offers you must have had put to you when you were out of work, what made you choose Liverpool? That's something I'd love to hear a detailed answer on, and not a PC answer for the cameras. I mean, I'd love to get a genuine answer. As fans, we can give our reasons as to why any of us would choose Liverpool, but I'd love to sit down and ask Klopp all that. And thank you for the sub as well, mate, and thank you for the compliment. anfieldagenda.com is registered now on the forum as well, on the chat forum on the website. Anfieldagenda.com, guys. Get on there, check it out. Sign up for your free membership. Manx will be 5th, said Crosby Red. Crosby Red, if you are going to the game tomorrow, and I believe you are, I believe you said earlier on, enjoy it. I hope you have a great day. I hope you witness plenty of action, goals, no injuries, of course, as well. But more than anything, just enjoy yourself and have a good day. And Ant, I think it was you that was going as well, mate. Same to you. Clop Shave, says Francis. I like the way you jump in there, pal. Good one. I don't know what that's about, so I'm passing. Paul Shirley said, I'm glad Alisson is no longer a world record fee. Less pressure on him from the media. Yeah, it's great, isn't it? It really is great. Put that pressure squarely on the shoulders of that young 23-year-old keeper at Chelsea and take it off our Brazilian beautiful bearded bastard. Absolutely, Paul, I'm with you on that one. It's great that we don't have that pressure and he doesn't have that tag anymore. Wrigley Mick is heading off, mate. You're a legend. Thank you, Mick. Have a good one, buddy, and I will chat to you soon. How much does Jurgen get a year? Asked Dirty Girl. I honestly don't know. I want to say 7 million a year, which will be 140k a week. But the truth is, I honestly don't know. But that figure popped into my head when you asked the question. This is Football said, you're the hardest working YouTube channel I've seen. You put in over 3 hours of content each night. I should be thanking you. That I means a lot. I do put in a lot of content, a lot of work, as do the other guys. I was explaining earlier on a typical busy day for like tomorrow, for instance. I'll start at midday because the game's at 1:30, and I won't finish till 1 a.m. And I mean, I'm going straight through, so I'm going to be doing 13 hours tomorrow. Probably try and get something to eat at some point along the way. A couple of toilet breaks, obviously, but I'm going to be coming on doing a watch along of the game. The game finishes, we'll be straight into the post-match show, or as I can say now, good cop, bad cop. When that finishes, the guys who have recorded the post-match point podcast will send that over to me. I'll edit that. I'll get it ready, put it up on iTunes, Acast, all that stuff. I'll then get it ready for for YouTube, which means making it an MP4 file. So I'll have to get it ready for here, export that. When that finishes and I get it uploaded, I'll get something to eat. I'll finish having something to eat. I'll jump straight back on. I'll be recording the Cop Council podcast tomorrow with Daz, Chris and Cash. As soon as that finishes, I'll be straight onto the computer, straight back on here to record tomorrow's late night show. So it'll be a long day. It should be at least 12, possibly 13 hours tomorrow before I'm finished. So I do appreciate that you've noticed the hard work, mate. So thank you very much. But I must say, I'm on here doing this, but in the background, Connor was working his ass off as well to get the website up and running like he has, to get all the images made, to get everything, the tech side of things ready. So everything I'm doing, Connor's working just as hard in the background, I can assure you with that one. I have to say, it's been an absolute pleasure, by the way, to be working with Connor on this project. It's been brilliant. I'm a moany bastard. I mean, you guys mightn't think it on here, but trust me, I'm a picky, moany, narky, tough to please bastard. That I can guarantee you. I like things to be as close to perfect as we can get them. And Connor's amazing. Connor puts up with my shit. Connor knows how to handle me. Connor gets the work done to a really high standard. It's been a pleasure running Anfield Agenda with Connor since day one. Any success we have will be a lot down to the hard work that he's put in the background. So I appreciate everybody coming on and paying me a compliment, but I just want you to know that the hard work that Connor does is what allows me to be sitting here and doing this stuff. So from me, a massive thank you to Connor. But you still should be on here more, you little dickhead. So come on, get your ass on here. Don't mind, you can be multitasking, Connor. You can be building websites and talking on here at the same time. What are your score predictions for tomorrow, big man? Said Sean. 4-0, buddy. I'm going 4-0. 4-0, Mane to score, because I've got 50 quid on to score, but Mane to score. And do you know what's mad about that, actually? Talking about that, if you guys like a bet, and of course if you don't, I'm not pushing betting on you. Jesus, I've no affiliation to a betting company or anything. But if you guys like a bet, I like a bet. I put on quite a few bets around football. So as I said, I was looking to put on a bet for Mane to score and Liverpool to win tomorrow. I went on William Hill, and it was even money. Well, 23-20, just above even money for Man United scoring Liverpool to win. I was just about to put the money on because I thought they were decent odds. And then I said, fuck it, I'll check my other account. So I went on the Paddy Power, checked there. I think it was 17-10, something like that. So a big increase on the odds that William Hill had. And then I went on to Sky, and it was 2-1. I couldn't fucking believe it. 2-1 for Sadio Mane to score and Liverpool to win tomorrow. I couldn't put the 50 quid down quick enough before the odds changed. I'm delighted with that one. But yeah, 4-0 for me tomorrow. And the Reds to get off to a great start. I actually think I'll actually go this time. Can barely keep my eyes open. See you tomorrow at 1 for the watch along, Craig. Thank you, mate. Have a good night. Get some rest, and I'll chat to you tomorrow, buddy. Craig, it's crazy how some counties only play one or the other. Like you said, Kilkenny hurling, no football. Kerry football, no hurling. It is nuts because you'd imagine that in those counties there's certainly enough people to play either or. Like a lot of people are dual as well. Like there's a lot of hurlers that are great Gaelic footballers and vice versa. So look, it's not up to us to tell them what to do, but it is a shame. I get where you're coming from. Right, where are we? Have a cut back up yet on the chat? With Fabinho and Jimmy being injured, who do you think will be the third midfielder? I think Jimmy's available, Robert, if memory serves me correct. I, like you, assumed that he wouldn't be available, but some people have said he is. If he isn't available, then I would say we're going to go Genie, Keita, Shaqiri, possibly. We'll look to a more attacking sense. Maybe get Keita to drop that little bit deeper and allow Shaqiri to go further forward, but that's my guess at it anyway. Sorry, haven't been on in a week. I've been away and back to Dublin on Tuesday, says Mighty Lad. Up the Reds. Buddy, no need to ever apologise wherever you've been away. I hope you've enjoyed yourself. I hope you're having a good time, and carry on enjoying yourself, mate, and we'll catch up with you on Tuesday. And as you said, up the motherfucking Reds. Did you hear Jose the Tramp compliment Andre Mariner on the number he done on the Foxes? What a cynical wee turd, said Tom. I haven't listened to Jose's fucking comments. I try to avoid listening to Mourinho wherever possible. And the referees in the Premier League are shite regardless. So, no, I haven't heard the comments, Tom, mate. But I've no doubt whatever comes out of Mourinho's mouth is horseshit anyway. Paddy Doyler said, do you think Klopp will be more relaxed this season on the touchline or crazy? I think he'll be him, mate. That's the thing. I don't think what Jurgen Klopp does is put on. I don't think it's done for the camera. I don't think it's done for effect. I think it's just Jurgen, which is why we all love him so much. He's just our big, mad, cuddly, crazy fucking German, and we love him. I absolutely love him. No, I don't think it's put on. I think we'll see the exact same Kloppo. Dirty Girl said, you're amazing. We appreciate you and Connor and salute you. Thank you very much. Again, very much appreciated and very kind of you to say. Gonna make a move to LFC Dalek. Great show, man. Thanks everybody. Sweet dreams. And my offer of help still stands. I did speak to Connor about that, buddy, and we will get in touch. So don't think I've just forgotten. I will certainly be in contact. Just maybe at the end of the weekend, because it's a crazy weekend for me. But your offer was extremely appreciated, buddy, and have a good night. Klopp will never be relaxed on the touchline, says Robert, and I think you're right, mate. He's just him, isn't he? He's just Kloppo. He's just fucking crazy, and that's why we love him. Crosby Red said, looking forward to it. Won't sleep too much tonight, but I'm got the strepsils ready, scarf and ticket packed. I think I told you guys before that I had a bit of an issue ordering one of Lucas's kits before, yada yada yada. And the club sorted it out eventually. The club were grand, they sorted it out, but they're sending over something as a little surprise for myself and Lucas and stuff for the shit we went through, but I've no idea what it is. So I'm like a big excited child wondering what it is they're sending over. Connor looks like a young Ed Sheeran, said Dave. There you go. I think I mentioned that earlier on. Who would be more of a loss for a season, Mane or Bobby? Bobby for me. I'd say Bobby. They both be a major loss. I mean, I love them both, but Bobby, because it's hard to replicate what Bobby does in the team. Whereas if we lost Mane, I think maybe Shaqiri could cover some of what he does. But yeah, Bobby for me anyway, Jake. You've seen that you make a lot of subscribers on the Liverpool match day. Hopefully you get the 3.5 subscribers tomorrow. 3.5k subscribers tomorrow. Can't wait for the watch along. Thank you, mate. I've no idea if that's good, bad, if what we're doing is, if we're doing well on YouTube. I haven't got a clue. I've said since I started this, I'm not a YouTuber. I mean, I'm not a YouTuber in the sense that I don't watch much stuff on YouTube. I don't know how YouTube really works. I'm not aware of what numbers are good numbers. All I want us to do is keep growing. I don't know if being at 3,000 subscribers now is a good thing. I don't know if we should be at more. I don't know if we should be at less. All I know is people seem to be enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. Connor's enjoying it. And as long as that's the case, we'll keep plugging along. If people dig what we're doing, then they'll hit the subscribe button. If they don't, then they'll tell us we're shit. And we'll carry on regardless. But thank you very much. But if you are watching and you happen to not think we're shit, you happen to be in the percentage that think we're alright, please do hit that subscribe button. To the guys that are watching and are in the chat now, if you haven't given us a thumbs up for the stream, please take a minute to do that and help us get out to as many reds, help us get suggested on YouTube and pushed out there into the YouTube world, into other people's suggested sites or suggested streams. Hey Craig, a bit late but glad to have caught the live stream, said Boss Mega. Again, never ever apologise guys when you come on here. It's great to have you on, so jump on whenever you can, jump in and out whenever it suits, but you're always welcome on here and thank you for joining. Early goal to settle the nerves please tomorrow, says Johnny. It would do, buddy, it really would. Do you know what, there was a bet today on one of the sites and it was like 16 to 1 or 14 to 1 for Mo Salah to score inside 10 minutes, and I really thought long and hard about that one, because like you Johnny, I'm thinking an early goal is needed, but I think we might get it. So I was very tempted to go with the 14 to 1 on him to score an early goal tomorrow in less than 10 minutes, I mean. 2-0 or 3-0, says El Chapo. Naby, Salah, Sturridge off the bench, or 3-0. I want to see Twirl and Scarf, said Dirty Girl. Oh yeah, there'll be loads of them, definitely. Love when they get the scarf, tie them into a knot and swing them around. Absolutely. I got a few of them in the head actually when we were there last time, but it looks great, it sounds great when they're singing, and a happy cop is the best thing in the world. Had to like AS Roma tweet something along the lines of United get a penalty, Premier League is back. 75 seconds is all it took them to get their first penalty in the Premier League this season. And look, in fairness, it was a stonewall penno. There's no fucking, they weren't given a gift or anything. It was a penno. Craig, do you believe in the Illuminati? No, mate, I don't. I know a little bit about them from little things I've read, but I don't believe in conspiracy theories in general. I'm sure that there are fucking some that are correct, but just not my thing. I try not to worry about stuff that's outside of my control and just chug along in life and try and be happy and make my family happy and have a bit of laugh along the way. The rest of this shit in life will take care of itself. So that's my answer, buddy. I know a lot of people who are very, very wrapped up in the Illuminati and looking into stuff like that. And I think, is there something about the 5 bloodlines or something, and Walt Disney being one of them? I think, if I could be way off on that one, I'm just trying to remember little bits and pieces. Right guys, we're into the last 15 minutes of the stream. This is the part of the show all the time where we have a bit of crack, we go a little bit off topic, we talk about some funny shit, some topics you want to talk about. We talked about Harry Maguire's head, we've talked about Gark, we've talked about what else have we talked about on here? We talked about names for shows before. We've talked about funny things with the word Gark in it. What's tonight's topic going to be for the last 15 minutes? You guys tell me and we'll run with it and we'll have a bit of a laugh. Is there anything you want to take the piss about? Any jokes? Anyone got any jokes that they want to put into the chat? Let's have a bit of fun, finish the stream on a high and head off to bed happy. For those of us that live in this side of the world, of course. For those of you that are in Australia or whatever, then different story altogether with bedtime. Score for Arsenal and City, 3-1 to City is my guess. How many Illuminati does it take to change a light bulb? Said Damo. I don't know, Damo. How many Illuminati does it take to change a light bulb? Happy match day, everybody, said Peter McPeeface, because yes, again, he is correct. It's 3 minutes past midnight, so it is indeed match day. So well done. Match day, everybody. Time to get fucking excited. I have a joke. United, said Dave Trainer. Manure. When are my unsold undies coming as payment for the video? The red ones. No, you're not getting unsoiled ones, Raptor mate. You only get soiled undies for your work. I thought that was known. I mean, just ask Connor. That's all he gets. Why did the American football coach go to the bank to get his quarterback? Oh, God almighty. Do you know what? I have one. What was the first joke you guys ever remember hearing as a kid? So maybe that'd be a bit of fun with that one. My one was really simple, really cheesy and really cute, I suppose. Why couldn't the orange cross the road? Because it ran out of juice. That was the first one that I ever remember as a child. Sideman Rocks is in. Hello to you, sir. Are you going on holidays this year? Asked Jake. I am. I am going in... This is how fucking anal I am. I am going in 58 days, and that's actually the house that I'm going to. We are going to Orlando again with the kids for 2 weeks. We go pretty much every October. We rent the same house, 4-bedroom house with a pool. We hire a car, bring the kids to Universal, bring the kids to Busch Gardens, SeaWorld, Aquatica, all the fun places that kids want to go to. And this big ass bald kid loves them as well, so that's where we're going on holidays, mate. We save our asses off all year, and it's worth it because we've a ball over there. Are you sure they promised unsoiled? Said Crosby. I told him. He didn't listen, Crosby, mate. I told him that they were soiled. What's the weather like in October? It's perfect, Dave, mate. It's absolutely perfect. We went in June one year, and it was really, really, really warm. Really humid, really warm. But what tended to happen in June in Orlando was what was it called? The condensation or whatever, the heat would build up all day, and then late afternoon you'd get a fucking massive downpour of rain. Could be 5 minutes, could be an hour, could be 2 hours. We got thunder, lightning and stuff over there in that June, so we just said, fuck that. No more going back in June. We talked to some people who've been there at various times of the year, and they recommended October. So 2 years ago was the first October that we went. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. In the 2 years I've been there in October, in total we've had less than an hour of rain in total. Temperatures between 28 and 32. At night time still 20, 21. So it's been shorts and t-shirt the entire time. Absolutely perfect. Could not recommend October enough. We go and get back just before Halloween. So a couple of days before Halloween we tend to get back to Ireland, and it's brilliant. I really, really love going over there in October. I have a risky joke, but unfortunately you need to hear my Wolves accent saying it. Okay. Score prediction from Ninja MC. 4-0, buddy. 4-0 tomorrow for me. Weather in Orlando in autumn can be warm, but night will be cooler. It's a little bit cooler, but for me, from Ireland, mate, it's still shorts and t-shirts, even at night time. Florida is like an oven in summer. If it is, you get off the plane as soon as you're walking down them steps, it boom, humidity, smack straight in the face. But I like it in the evening. It's perfect for me. I don't think it's cold at all. I love Orlando in October. Perfect time of the year. Do you like NFL? Craig, said Dennis Smith. I watch a little bit. I do watch bits and pieces, if I'm being honest. Not enough to call myself a fan, but I'm certainly aware of the sport. I think I know the majority of the rules, but yeah, I enjoy it. I sometimes think the games go a little bit too fucking long, if I'm being honest. I do like this whole thing of not having a draw, though. I'm a fan of that. I'm a fan of playing till there's a winner. Too hot in Florida, said Dirty Girl. 1 out of every 10 Manchester United fans talks as much shit as the other 9, said Jake, which is a true story. You can't argue with facts, Jake. Have we got to 100 thumbs up on the stream, guys? Can somebody let me know on that one? And if you're watching, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We've got about less than 10 minutes to go before we call it a night. What gets wet without water, bleeds without injury, and can be ate without swallowing? I don't know. Johnny, you tell me. A woman, said Pepper Red. Far Wild said, very hot today, but then came the usual topical downpour, wind, huge thunder and lightning, which is why I try to stay away between June and September from Orlando. Or Florida in general. A woman, said Pepper Red. Knock knock, who's there? Doctor Who, don't like sci-fi. Oh. See, that's my type of shitty joke, Dave, mate, that I like. What's green, got 4 wheels and you see it every day? Grass, but I lied about the wheels. Oh god, 102 thumbs up, there you go. Well done, triple digits, so thank you to everybody on that one. Knock knock, Neville Brothers, exactly, said Eric. Radiator. What's brown and sticky? A stick. Craig me joke. There you go. Don't you worry about guns in America. If that's aimed at me, then no, not at all. If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. Nothing I can do about it. Yeah, no, doesn't bother me at all. I wouldn't even give it a second thought. I don't tend to not annoy people enough to think they're gonna shoot me. But if I do get shot, I get shot. No point worrying about it. Whatever happens will happen. Everton are winning the Merseyside derby. I didn't realise they were playing Tranmere. But against Liverpool they haven't got a fucking hope. You skipped my first ever joke, said Joseph. Where was it? Let me scroll back up, Joseph. There was 2 biscuits walking down the road and one jumped out in front of the car and the other one said, oh, crumbs, he's dead. Yeah, so your first joke was just as bad as my one, to be fair, Joseph, mate. What else have we got? Pepper Red, I'm not reading that comment out, mate, because it will only lead to more. Knock knock, who's there? It's the police. What do you want? We just want to talk. How many of you are there? 4. We'll talk to each other. Oh, fucking brilliant. Well in, Johnny, I like that one. Crosby said, dirty girl, there are guns in Ireland, Liverpool and everywhere else. What's big, red and eats rocks? A big red rock eater. That was the first joke I remember as a kid, said the Raptor. My dad had this shitty fucking thing as well that he used to always say, and it really annoyed me. It was the supposing 3 men were frozen, one of them died, how many were left? None, because I'm only supposing. That used to do my fucking head in. And one of my uncles used to say as well that something was as hard to find as shit from a rocking horse. Why did every Everton fan go to the shop? Because they got battered. Or the chip shop, because they got battered. Sorry, Nigel, I ruined your fucking joke there, mate. I apologise. Why do birds fly upside down over Manchester? Because there's nothing worth shitting on. Oh no, Joseph, mate, I'm not slagging your first joke. Your first joke is supposed to be shitty. That's the beauty of it. As I said, mine was equally as shitty, if not worse. Aziz Bello said, £100 Liverpool don't win the league. £10,000, mate, that the blue shite don't win the league. I mean, $1 million. Name your fucking price, because it ain't happening. So you concentrate on you guys and leave us to concentrate on us. If we don't win the league, so what? We'll carry on regardless in Champions League football, while you bit of dickheads are left looking at Richarlison for the rest of your lives, wondering, why can't you be Liverpool? Why can't we be the successful club? Why? Why oh why? Oh why? Oh why can't we be Liverpool? Oh yeah, Craig, my dad, the only supposing joke too. Yeah, I think maybe it was an Irish thing, Damo. There was a fight in a fish shop, 2 fish got battered. I remember that one as well, Robert. What's a gimp? Oh, what a gimp. I thought you were asking me a question there, Dave. What's a gimp? I was trying to think of an answer there. I was like actually working through my brain going, how do I describe a fucking gimp? But yes, he was a bit of a gimp. Craig, do you believe the Illuminati name for you? Copperfield? No, I don't. I think I said that earlier on. I once thought about using beef stew as my password, but it wasn't strong enough. Oh, I do love a shitty joke. Well in, Cobra. Liverpool 4-0, said Nelson. That's where I'm going exactly, Nelson, buddy. I'm on the 4-0. Eric Worry said, give the 100 to charity. He won't, because he'd never fucking any intention, mate. I guarantee you that 100 wouldn't show up when Liverpool win the league eventually. That 100's never shown up, because he's just another little troll hiding behind a keyboard trying to act like Billy Big Bollocks. Please God, let us win tomorrow. I hope to be on here with 3 points in my skyrocket, says Johnny. Mate, we're winning tomorrow. Don't you worry about it. You've got my guarantee. Tomorrow we are winning. Don't worry. The Reds are going to hit the ground running, banging a couple of goals. The sun's going to be shining, although I can't guarantee that one. It is if we win, though. It's definitely going to be shining then. Rod, mate, good morning to you. Great for you to join us. Unfortunately, I'm going to be heading off in a couple of minutes, buddy, but I know it is now just 7:15 a.m. for you in Australia, mate, so thank you for joining us. You're a very early riser, Rod, I have to say. I would never be getting up this early, my friend. I'm only going to bed about an hour before you get up. I mean, in my time. 6 a.m. Ireland, 5:30, 6 a.m. is usually when I go to sleep. What's the best part about living in Switzerland? I don't know, but the flag is a big plus. Oh, yes. Yes, Peter, yes. Liverpool in first place after this week. Hopefully. Even though it'll just be on goal difference, but hopefully. Robert said, do you think the Queen lays in her bed on her side with the quilt up to her neck and says, look, I'm a stamp? Oh. She looks at the stamp and thinks it's a selfie, buddy. If we get 3 points tomorrow, then I'll drink them 3 points, said Dave. Rod said that he went to bed when Chelsea got the penalty. And the fact that Jorginho took it and Alvaro Morata is that useless, or Morata is that useless, they don't even back him to take a fucking penalty. That's how little they back Morata at this moment in time. And Eric said, Rod, you missed a great show. But to be fairness to Rod, it is 7 a.m. where he is, so he's only getting up. What did you make of Chelsea today? Said Johnny. They were very strong, as we expected with their midfield trio. They're really, really good. They'll be there or thereabouts for the top 6 this season, push maybe for a top 4. For me, the questions are going to be asked around their goal scoring ability as the season goes forward, because I don't think they're going to get that many goals from midfield. Obviously, Kante scored today, as did Jorginho, but that was a penalty. A lot of pressure on Hazard's shoulders, so it's going to be Morata. We've seen Kante hit a fucking barn door with a banjo. Will Giroud get a few? I don't know where the goal is going to come from. That's the problem I see for Chelsea at some point of this season. A mate of mine went to Switzerland on his Toblerone, very lonely. On a maiden, one man once began bouncing triplets named Nat, Tat and Pat. It was fun in the breeding but hell in the feeding, because she didn't have a spare tip for that. There you go. Connor, what are you messaging me here? Anfield is going to be bouncing tomorrow, said Tony. I hope so, and I hope everybody in there has an amazing afternoon, gets the result that they deserve and want, and that everyone goes home happy. Who was the roundest knight at the round table? Circumference. That's brilliant. That's absolutely class, Cobra. Circumference. That's class. Well in, buddy. You know what, guys? I am going to call it a night because I'm absolutely cream crackered. I've got, as I said, a lot to do tomorrow. Got to be on. Do join us. if you've enjoyed tonight's stream, if you're watching, firstly, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up. But guys, tomorrow, 1 o'clock, jump on. We're going to be on for the watch along of the West Ham game. We're going to have the watch along. We're going to have the stream of the game. Not the stream, sorry. We're not showing the content of the game. We're going to be doing a watch along of the game. Apologies. Join in here. Have a laugh. A bit of fun. Bit of reaction to what's going on. When that finishes, we'll be doing the post-match show. Good cop, bad cop. That's the name of our new show. Immediately after that, and then of course we'll have the stream tomorrow night. You'll be getting 2 podcasts from Anfield Agenda tomorrow. You'll get the post-match point, and you'll get the Cobb Council podcast tomorrow night with myself, Daz from On The Bench LFC, and Cash and Tom, I think. Tom maybe. Yeah, but as I said, lots and lots of content coming up tomorrow. So hit that subscribe button, turn on the notifications for Anfield Agenda, and thank you all for joining us. Get some sleep and get ready for tomorrow, because the Reds are going to rock. The Reds are going to hit the ground rolling, put 3 or 4 past West Ham. You know what's coming next, guys. Up the motherfucking Reds.